you get what you put out, right? And this man is just putting out
fucking good vibes all around.
Good vibes and big tittied wives.
Welcome to Every Album Ever with Mike and Alex. My name is Michael Mansour, and I'm joined, as always, at the end of another year by my lovely, wonderful, reliable co-host Alexander Volt. Say hello.
Hello.
Happy New Year, goodbye old year, whatever the hell people do, year-end stuff. We're a music podcast. We should do these things, and we do these things.
Yes.
Hell yeah. So this is our best of 2021. We do these annually, and you can check out, the past episodes. There's obviously 2020 and 2019. We have episode links in the description. Please check those out. Those were very fun. Very, very different years between all of them. Just musically, I'm looking at all the picks, and it's like there's a lot of similarities, but overall, I think the vibe of each year is so fucking different.
Yes, and I feel like this year we have different picks.
Yeah.
But I think
there's still a lot of overlap.
Okay.
A few overlaps.
But I think tonally and mood wise, I think we're on the exact same page.
Really?
Like just the mood.
You mean between each other?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Just the fucking mood we're in, which is funny because you think last year would be the like
brutal, heavy,
yes,
painful.
But this year is the angsty, moody. Fallout.
This is the result of last year.
Yes.
This is the music that is the result of last year.
Yes.
For last year, hey, Run the Jewels, even though it was a bitter album,
yes.
It's still very accessible and good for a lot of people. All them witches, rockin'.
Yes,
rockin'.
You can and will show that album to your mom.
Exactly. Yeah. Have it. She liked it. And then this year we have just some of the most just upset, painful music I've heard in a long time. And it is an incredible year for modern music, Alex. It's an incredible year. I think it's a wonderful year. And it came down to like 4 picks for me. Like that could have been Album of the Year. Like so many fucking good albums.
It was hard for me to pick one. I feel like they're all evenly matched.
A lot of them, yeah. Oh.
And I made a Sophie's choice, and I'm gonna live with it. I'm gonna live with it.
I had to make Sophie's choices as well, but it was more because the way I operate is way more like logic driven and like, well, what makes this a better album? And it came like I had to remove all biases because like they're all so fucking good, and some of them just blew me away. I'm like, well, what is it? Why is this one not better than that one, or vice versa?
I went opposite. I went pure feeling. I don't even think the one I picked is like
objectively like what everyone else would consider.
Amazing writing. It just makes me feel a certain way.
That's that's ultimately what it is.
That's ultimately what it is.
Like you can make a list of what you think the best ones are, but what your best to what you feel, baby. That's how you feel. So before we get into all the stuff, it's going to be a big fat old episode. It's the last one of the year. We always try to make it nice and beefy, I guess. Before getting all that, support us, please. If you want to support us, please support us. Subscribe, like, comment, share, do all the things that will let us be seen and continue to do this and live while we do this. It's hard to live while we do this. And of course, you can, what am I? I lost track. Patreon.com/every album ever. You get bonus episodes, way super early access to the loose ends episodes, 20% off all merch, and of course tier 2 gets to jump the line. We're getting more people trying to bribe us. Yes. I don't know if I like that because it just makes things more messy. Patreon is the way to go. If you can, Patreon. So you don't need to know what just got cut out there, right? That's none of your fucking business. But Patreon is a good place, and we have things there, and you will like it. And especially if you want us to cover your favorite artists, that is the way to go. Let's see. I think that's
playlist.
Oh, right. I keep forgetting the playlist.
Because the year-end playlists are my favorite.
They're the most essential. I feel like
they're the best.
And if you're trying to get into more modern music, it's hard to call this modern because it's not exactly popular. It's not pop music. It is modern, but it's not what people.
It's new music.
Let's just call it new music. Yes. If you want to get into new music, check out the playlist. There's going to be a big old gigantic playlist in the description. You can find all the playlists we do for all the episodes at everyalbumever.com. Yada. So I suppose we should just jump into it.
Let me do a quick. Let me do quick.
You want to do honorable mentions before or after?
first, real quick.
You want to do it first?
And then you want to rock, paper, scissors for first?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Honorable mentions.
Real quick. Also, I lied last year. I was like, maybe I'll do a bonus episode.
We did not do a bonus episode.
I will because I feel like I fucked up. I will definitely do a bonus episode. So honorable mentions. JPEG Mafia. LP, offline version. Sarface, Super What, Last MF Doom. Deaf Heaven. I'm sorry.
Infinite Granite. We have to talk a little bit about it before because the fact it didn't make our list is that's a big statement.
Strictly for time restraints.
Not for me.
Not for my Turnstile, Glow On. That is a band that should be on the radio but isn't.
Turnstile, that has the same members as like Angel Dust, right?
They start off as like hardcore punk, but they're a little bit more mainstream now.
I listened to like a couple Angel Dust records too, and like it's one of those things where I like them, but I can't really. I don't love that type of thing, so it's hard for me to kind of.
I think I like it.
I think I like it too.
So that's why it's on. Yeah. St. Vincent, the Nowhere In soundtrack. I like it way better than Daddy's
Home.
Yes.
Yeah. So do I. Yeah.
Poppy, the NXT soundtrack.
You're out of your fucking mind.
It's Poppy doing a soundtrack for pro wrestling.
She's a fucking phony, and I hate her.
And then I didn't realize this album came out until it was too late. Tribulation, where the gloom becomes sound. I love Tribulation. I just found out about it before it was too late.
Interesting. Solid. That's a massive. It just goes to show how much we listen.
Yes.
We try to like fit as much as we can, but we have to really pick what we feel is the best. My honorable mentions. And listen, Deaf Heaven is not an honorable mention because I just listened to it a lot because I hated it. It broke my fucking heart.
I loved it.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Well, probably not that much.
Well, yeah.
So. When I obviously listened to like the day it dropped because I love Deaf Heaven.
Yeah.
And it's not that I don't really admire the boldness to just like, you know what? Fuck the metal part. We're just going to be a shoegaze band. Yeah. I don't really like shoegaze.
Okay.
And so already it was like, okay, I don't really like this type of thing, but I can be turned with anything well written, with anything that I like. I can be turned. And the first two tracks, like, you know what? This is really good. Track 3 was like, this is a good song, but it's getting samey.
Interesting.
By the end of the album, it's like these are all the same song. Like
interesting.
Like I feel like you can really. This is such an insulting thing to say, but like I feel like most of the songs can be like just interchanged riff wise because they're all sappy. They're all melancholy and sappy. They all feel the same. And the reason why one of the biggest reasons I love Deaf Heaven so much is because when they go full black metal, it has this really raw.
You get those peaks and valleys.
It's not just a peak. It's full on despair. Mm-hmm. Like it's just rage.
Yeah.
Like you because the songwriting is always like has a shoegaziness, indiness, a lot of sappiness. It doesn't really feel like a black metal band, like the way the songs are written. But when he's screeching at you like that, you feel it so much more.
Yeah.
And without that, it's just a regular kind of pop band to me. And
I thought it was really pleasant, and it was just kind of like a nice, comforting blanket to me, even though it's still like depressing.
Yeah.
But I'm like, this feels good.
It feels good. I like these, it feels fine. And that's the thing. If it were any other band, I'm like, this is a pretty solid shoegaze record.
Yeah.
But knowing what they do and knowing what they can do. And here's another thing. The last thing, the closer, Mombasa, is so much the best song on the album by so much.
Yeah.
Because it's the only song that goes kind of black metal, but it taking away just the blast beats or whatever, taking away all that, it's the only song that really leans in to the full climax.
Yeah.
Because it's well written to begin with, but they also just let it like, you know what, we're gonna go hard for like 3 minutes, just straight of just pure anger. And it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it works even without the screaming.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But with it's why I love the band. And then the rest of the album just really, really hurt me.
I'm sorry about that, Mike.
Thank you. It's okay. It's okay.
I know other people have hurt you too, but
today. Yeah. It happens a lot.
I mean, me.
Not you. Wasn't that? We'll talk about but okay. So I got that. So
your honorable mentions.
Yeah, we're done talking about Deaf Heaven. I'm sorry. I still love the band. My honorable mentions. I didn't write them down because I'm stupid, but hopefully I still remember the names. You know, I'm not going to remember the names, so I'm just going to pull it up. Hold on. I'm going to edit that out. Maybe I should leave it in. It's funny. My honorable mentions. Fuck it. You know what? Angel Dust, Yak, collection of truck songs. It just, I
didn't hear that.
It's warm. It's warm and nice, and it's very poppy and indie. And like, again, it's not my or alternative or whatever, but it's not really my brand of things. But I couldn't dislike it It just felt nice. Tonic and Mobility by Tomahawk. I'm a huge Mike Patton fan, as we both are. A big Tomahawk fan because Dwayne Dennis from the G's Lizard is like the main songwriter there.
That's the second year in a row a Mike Patton project didn't make the cut.
Yeah, last year's Mr. Bungle, which to be in Mr. Bungle's defense, it was just a re-recording of their demo.
Yeah,
but this I only heard it once and a half times, so I didn't really get a chance to really give it a thorough listen. But I thought I liked it a lot better than Oddfellows, the last one they did, which was like a while ago now. And ultimately, I like the band a lot. But I think no album has been as consistent as the second album, Mick Gas. That one I think is their absolute best.
Their best.
Incredible album. So it's kind of hard to reach that heights, but still a good album. Vital by Big Brave. Now, I'm taking so long talking about these.
No.
You just ran through them. I have like things to say.
No, I thought I was making us run late.
Oh, no. Big Brave. I love Big Brave. Their last record was on my 2019 list. This one starts out as like the greatest thing ever and so fucking heavy until halfway through the album you realize that they are just playing one note over and over again. It is an album of literally different ways of playing one note.
That probably should have been on my honorable. Let me tell you how stacked this year was. I forgot that album was this year.
Did you? Oh man.
I listened. Oh man. Whatever.
It's a cool album, but it ends with 2 9-minute songs back to back that are variations of one note again.
Sure.
And it just exhausts me. Like every time I listen to it, I start out hyped. Halfway through, I'm like bored.
Similar to Deaf Heaven a little bit.
But these songs are like, there's only how many songs on this? 5 songs. So they're beefy. And let's see what else. Hold on. I have them here. Actually, You Can by Deerhoof. I'm not going to talk too much about that, but it was very cool. Working with Gods by the Melvins, another one. Is that it? That can't be it? I think it might be it. I think that's it from my album.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So I think we're good.
Yes, okay. We're ready for the main event.
Ooh, the big cilantro or something. That doesn't make any sense.
No, cilantro
not big at all.
Is like a garnish.
Yeah, that is very small.
I mean, it's amazing. Well, to some people.
Yeah, it's soapy to others. It's a very interesting thing.
Those people are wrong.
Maybe they are.
Their taste buds are wrong.
Taste buds are wrong. But then again, I don't know. I always think that like I like it and sometimes I hate it.
No, I love it every time.
I think
10 out of 10 times. It's amazing.
I like it when I think it's in the vicinity, but if it's on my tongue, I probably don't like it.
Not too much.
Maybe not too much. Just a dash. Just what the Rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Okay, shit. We're doing it on 3.
Okay, on 3. All right.
Now I'm paranoid because I already picked the thing and I don't know what to do.
Sure.
Here we go.
2, 3. All right, you win.
No, I win, so I choose.
Yes. Who goes first?
You go first.
Okay, I'll go first. Drum roll, please.
Drum roll.
I'm going with King Woman, Celestial Blues.
Oh! Let me pull this sumbitch up. Oh my goodness.
I just found this album fascinating. It was my number 1 for a long time. I thought some other albums replaced it at a certain point, but then going through all these albums again, it's the only song that had a song that made me made me cry.
Really?
Yes.
This one, I want to find out what it is in a second.
Yes.
Before that, because I am so flabbergasted that you didn't choose another album. I can tell you it'll come up.
Okay.
But the fact that you didn't choose that one, I am so blown. No.
Okay.
I like blown away because this.
Let me tell you, this was not easy. This was not easy.
Right.
Much like you, I probably could have gone 4 different ways.
Okay. Now I have to know which song is the one that made you cry.
It's super random. It's Ruse.
Really?
Yes.
I don't even like that one.
Let me tell you, that song, because I was just sitting there reading the lyrics and I lost it. It was the lyrics that did me in.
Okay.
It was the lyrics that did me in on Ruse. And I was just like, I didn't really know much about King Woman, and this found it or I guess the main woman in charge, Chris Estafern.
I'll try. Let me check that out. Where the hell? Oh, Esfandiari.
That's yeah.
That sounds Middle Eastern.
Yes. Yeah. Her family is. I had also no idea she was like in an indie rock band called Whir.
Oh, I didn't know that. No.
Yeah. So I had no idea she had all these like musical projects going on. She was raised like hardcore Christian, not like a cult, but like crazy.
I've seen it, dude. It gets culty.
Like,
I know a guy who literally was in a cult.
Yeah, like the title track is kind of inspired when she would have seizures as a kid, and her mom would come over and just like speak in tongues.
Oh, you're giving me really dark flashbacks of my childhood. Didn't have seizures, but that shit's real, dude.
Yeah, maybe if you knew the backstory, you'd be like,
oh fuck, it's freaking real, dude.
Yeah, I just feel like her, Chelsea Wolfe, and Lingua, and Emma Ruth Rundle.
Yeah, they're the queens of all modern alt music.
The unholy quartet of moody, occasionally metal music.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's a concept album about the 17th century poem Paradise Lost.
Didn't know that, but cool.
It doesn't even matter. And man, like Morning Star,
great song. That's a great song.
From the vocals to the drums to the guitars, I kind of like her outlook that it's written not as like Lucifer the devil being this bad guy, more this misunderstood character.
He's just edgelord.
Yeah. I mean, she did compare him to the Joker, and edgelords
love Joker.
They love the Joker.
Love the Joker. Dorks.
I'm probably saying this wrong. Bogs, which is Arabic for hatred.
Box.
Yes. That's just about being in
a part Arab, and I can't even say it. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's just about being in an abusive relationship and trying to make it work. That song's more evil than brutal to me.
It's great.
Yes.
But so my problem with that song is like the quiet sections are fucking chilling and they rule. The loud riff, I don't like the loud riffs. Like I just think they're kind of like, it's just metal.
Yeah.
It's just very, all right, I get it. It feels very samey compared to like, I don't know. It isn't. That's the thing. What I didn't like about this album, because it didn't make my list, but I did listen to it a lot because I'm such a fucking huge fan of the first album.
Yes.
Love the first album so much, and this is better produced, but it's more or less the same exact style. Like there's no real progression, and even though the songs are like really good, I didn't have those moments where like. Obviously, Hierophant from the last album, I was like, oh, my soul. It'll never be the same. And there's a few songs on that album I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Nothing here did that for me.
No.
They're all good, but nothing had that spike.
Obviously, I felt like that, especially you got like the 1-2 punch of Golgoloth and Coil. Like,
I hate Coil. Hate it.
I love it. And
you know what? I'm just going to be a wild comparison. That chorus, I swear to God, the rhythm of it, first of all, the actual progressions, and then the rhythm of her singing really reminds me of Riding Dirty.
That is really random. I can't wait to
fucking listen to it. I swear to God.
Might just ruin that song. Well, she compared it to like a hardcore gospel song. And I was like, yeah, I can hear that.
Interesting.
I can hear that.
But Golgotha is it rules.
Yes, because it's kind of she considers it one song. It's
okay.
Just,
keep talking while I open the window. I forgot to.
Go for that. Psychic Wound is just amazing. I like the theme of the trauma people carry, and then how like if people watch what we do in the shadows, there's an energy vampire on there, Colin Robinson. How the Colin Robinsons of the world can just
suck you down.
They sense that trauma. They sense that trauma. And then I love the closer, Paradise Lost.
It is a great closer. It's beautiful.
It's to me such like an emotionally draining record, and you're like sonically assaulted in the best way, and then it's the perfect way. You're
explaining exactly how I felt about her first album.
Yeah,
like all those things exactly the same. We're like moment. I don't think I credit that album, but moments definitely are one too. Like that. that's why I think that this one was such a letdown, because I already had that fucking height.
Yeah,
where it could only go down from there.
Yeah, I felt the same way. And then getting a little bit of a spoiler, I noticed a lot of my picks. Sophomore slump is not a thing with the artists I picked.
Ooh.
I noticed that was a reoccurring theme too. Lots of second albums.
Going back to this one and like taking notes on and stuff. I'm still like it should have made my list. It really should have, but I think what it really came down to was just, I just like the other stuff slightly more, slightly more. Not that it's still it's still a great album.
Yeah. This got me in the feels for whatever reason, and it was on top for most of the year. So I'm like,
if it stuck with you that whole time, then that's the one.
Yes. This is my Neo.
Sometimes it is.
Yeah.
Well, my turn, everybody.
There we go.
I wonder what it is.
Oh,
I wonder what it fucking is.
I have no fucking idea.
Oh, no idea.
It could be anything.
It could be anything.
It could be fucking anything.
It's with my fucking outfit always gives it away. Not to mention that I have 1 million of Lingua Ignota's fucking merch. 1 million effort merch. That doesn't sound like a good sentence. Sinner Get Ready by Lingua Ignota. And this is, I didn't fucking want to, because it's so goddamn predictable. All right. I always give her pick something that I love. I love her music more than most things in the world.
Let me tell you, so predictable. I was like, I can't pick this because I want some variety.
Here's the thing, because this came down so close. I almost picked something else, and I didn't want to pick that because I thought you picked that and you didn't. We'll see what it is.
We fucked over our number one picks trying to
be different. Like, I don't know. But the thing is, because I didn't want to pick this for the sake of predictability.
Yeah.
Like, everybody knows I fucking love her, and I would pick her.
It's fucking amazing, though. It absolutely deserves it.
And that's why I picked it. It's like, it doesn't matter if it seems like obvious or predictable or kind of like biased. It's the fucking best album. And like, it's not perfect. It is not perfect, and it doesn't move me the way Caligula did, because nothing will ever move me the way that album did.
Sure.
And the thing is, this is also a very completely, I'm talking all stupid today. It is a completely different album.
That's what she does to you, man.
I know. So it's fucking whales, but completely different albums. It's not trying to be Caligula in any way at all.
No, and that album was such a huge success, like a breakout album for her, that people were telling her like, oh, you have to make Caligula too.
Fuck that. That's not what artists do. Like,
you know what? She's so talented. I'm like, if you made a barbershop quartet record.
I love barbershop quartets. Please do that. Kristen, please hear me. Make a barbershop. So it came down to like this and 3 other records, specifically 1 other record. And I so the first time I heard that, because I heard this obviously when, like, the day it came out. So when I heard that other record, I was like, oh fuck. Oh shit. This is it. Like, this is going to be the one. And then I started thinking like, well, what is it? Is it really? So I had to listen to them back to back like a couple different times. And really, this one is not only more ambitious, it has better pacing. The things that it does are so like terrifyingly unique to this record. This is a subtle and texture driven record. Yes. It is all about the textures. It is unmatched in, I think, in most music. You know
what I love about this album and her as a like songwriter is how like research driven she is. And even if you're not a music geek, I think these things come through in her music, and she really like captures exactly what she wanted to do, which was capture like this, like olden times, rural Pennsylvania thing. She, collected all these like weird instruments, and they're never used in a way where it's like that's the focus of the song.
Nope.
But they're always
around.
Yes. And oh man, she's what did she say? She wanted to contort and subvert them to make them sound painful. A+,
dude. And I didn't know that. I never read that quote, but I wrote down that not only do all these textures and sounds and instruments feel old and medieval, they feel poor and sickly and like they're dying. Like these songs feel like they're dying.
Which makes sense for like the rural area of Eastern United States because it's I don't want to call it the oldest, but when that's where people started colonizing first and all that, the settlers. So like it has more history than say like out here in California.
Yeah. Ours is more ingrained with like Mexico or Mexican. And
yes.
It's it's much different. But from like the moment the vocals come in on the opener, Order of the Spiritual Virgins, Order of Spiritual Virgins, chills. Because just the anybody who's heard Lingua knows her style of vocal harmonies. It's like you can't call it a choir. You can, but it's not like what we recognize as choir. Choir, you think of gospel, you think of all of them in harmony, in sync with each other. Her vocal harmonies, they're numerous, but they're like they come in at different times. It sounds like a group of people just kind of jumping in and out. It's way more, it feels way more aggressive and a little bit more paranoid.
I know this is super serious music, but that song made me think of hide your wife, hide your kids.
Oh yeah.
Hide your husband.
They're raping everybody out here.
They're raping everybody out here.
Yeah, that's
which is funny because she could cover that.
She could and make it good.
Make it sound like a Lingua song.
I know. The lyrics, by the way, for those who are confused, the lyrics are hide your children, hide your husbands, or
hide your wives. Yeah.
Well, no, in the song.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so that's what we're talking about. But so each song is distinct in its own way, but they all have this really unsettling instrumentation. So, for example, Many Hands. Which is
that's a good ass song.
It's basically the title track for the album.
Yes.
And the line, the title "Sinner Get Ready," and as well as the vocal lines "Sinner Get Ready" are taken from "All Bitches Die" from her. I think it's her second album. I never heard her like self-released first album, which means I'm a fake fan. But the line and also the melody for it is used in that song. So basically, she took the line from "All Bitches Die" and threw it on to Many Hands. But obviously, it's a very different context. It's a very different song. I would
say if people listen to one song, that's the song where you really get that collection of weird instruments.
Oh yeah, ton of creepy.
It's creepy. It ties in this whole like Appalachian theme. Yeah. But then it's weird how like rural old-timey United States can also sound like have like an Asian flair to it because you get those
the Eastern instruments.
Yeah. So I thought that was like interesting how similar those sound and like how she this fucking tied it all together.
Yeah, channel into one essence, or so if you want to use a douchey word like that. So it's like the instruments, they're like bowed, sultry, mountain dulcimer, shruti box. I don't know what the fuck these are, but I like it now. I like it all now. And it's like we could be putting on examples. We want you to fucking listen to it because it's such a weird experience. It's such a very, I mean, it's just again like along with anything else that she makes. It's not for casual music listeners. And like, I know I've met people who are like, oh, you like this person? I'm going to give that a shot. I'm like, oh boy. Yeah. And they're like, it was interesting. Like, that wasn't for you. That wasn't for you. Okay. This is really intense. So that song is a great example because it has all these really, really just brutal, weird, unsettling mixing and stuff, but with this super hooky vocal line that just repeats over and over again. And then the brilliant pacing decision to put Pennsylvania Furnace right after it because it is somber, it is hopeful, it's beautiful. It's a solo piano ballad. But what that song does, along with all the piano ballads, which I've never heard on a record, the sustain pedal is almost like its own drum. It's almost like its own instrument because I guess they mic'd the sustain pedal, which is such a cool thing. I've never heard it emphasized in piano music ever, and it's definitely emphasized there. And the last, there's a few things that I could talk a lot about this album.
Let me just
go ahead,
say,
please.
I Who Bend the Tall Grasses has my favorite lyric of the year on there.
What that?
I don't give a fuck. Just kill him. You have to. I'm not asking. Oh.
So that is one of my least favorite song on the album.
I know. I love it. I fucking love it.
It is the most Lingua Ignota song ever written. Yeah. The reason I don't like it, it's not that it's a bad song. It's just as unsettling as I think as most of the other songs. But her performance in there reminds me a lot of If the Poison Won't Take You, My Dogs Will from Caligula. Yeah. It's very much in the giving the monologue, giving a monologue type of thing. like shouting at a group of people. Well, not, I don't know exactly the intent, but you know what I mean, where it's just very monologue-esque. It still has awesome textures, but I think it's my least favorite song.
The last thing I'll say about this is I was reading her talk about the solitary brethren of Ephrata, or Ephrata, and you know, it's dark, it's grim, but I felt like she gave some good life advice. She's talking about that song, acceptance of a terrible situation and creating this beauty in a primitive sense, that things may not end in a blaze of glory or in a blaze of some sort of cosmic retribution. This might end in a really dark, sad way, and you just have to be accepting of that and let it go.
That is a spectacularly eloquent way of saying what I've often said. It was like, you don't deserve, or you should never ever feel entitled to closure.
Yes, or yeah, if you get hurt, I think this instinctually a lot of people want justice.
Yeah, and sometimes
you don't.
Sometimes you don't.
No.
Sometimes things just end. Yeah.
And yeah, I was like, man, like, I guess when you've been through what she's been through, you have to.
Oh man! And speaking of, I mean, I'm sure you heard about the most recent.
Oh, that was the guy from Daughter.
From Daughters,
yes,
Alexis Marshall.
And this,
well, it wasn't. He was just the most. He was the last one.
Yeah, and this is this album kind of came out of that because she moved to Pennsylvania, and then ended up going being alone. And
it's so interesting when I read her statement on that, because like obviously, like, you know, there's. Everyone has a side of the story, but I believe her side. But like, it definitely shows a different context to all this stuff. But it's like really, really devastating when you're like, sometimes it fucking happens. That's the thing with like pickers and stuff. Like you don't know that you're ending up with someone like that, because
it just happened out of the blue. Yeah,
it just happens, and it's not your fault. But it's like. It's just a really cold, bitter fact that can just happen. Mm-hmm. And he also, Alexis Marshall, he also released a solo album this year, but it was put out by Sargent House, and they dropped him after her statement. Well, the thing is, that's the thing. They dropped him in August.
Yeah.
They didn't announce it at all until like last month when Kristen came forward with that stuff. So they dropped him for her, didn't tell anybody about it, which I think is like the most noble thing you could do. Like, it wasn't a publicity thing, like, or due to pressures from others. It was like, oh, this isn't cool. Let's just, he's gone, and like, just move on.
Yeah.
Or like they did it to, protect her privacy and stuff, which I think is cool. But I still felt the need to seek out the record, because like, I mean, it's a thing that came out this year. I like Daughters. And then I listened to it, and it's unfair not unfair. It's kind of stupid and shitty that I feel relief that I hate it, because I hate it. I hate the record.
Good.
And I don't like his style. And I think he's just ripping off David Yao completely. I don't like him. I like Daughters a lot, but now I'm starting to see why I like Daughters, because it's the band.
Other people, not him. Yeah.
I don't like the record. Listen to the record if you want. He's a shitty guy, but people still like that kind of stuff. But now to go back to this one that I do like, that I think is actually kind of incredible. Repent Now, Confess Now. One of her best songs. It's again scary and medieval. Possibly the most scary thing she's done. I don't know, something about it just fucking creepy and upsetting, but beautiful. And the climax of it brings me chills every single fucking time. And then the only other thing I think does have some pacing issues. I think the can't speak. Perpetual Flame of Centralia, I think, is one too many minimal piano ballads.
I thought that one was kind of a nice breather. It's
nice, but it also came after the Sacred Liniment of Judgment, which is like another piano ballad, except I think with more interesting textures. It has like more shruti boxes and bowed banjos, which is like very interesting textures. But to go back to the closer, not just the closer, the last two songs are so fucking astronomically good. So much, like, it's not that like they dwarf the rest of the album, because they're different. They're different enough to feel like a completely unique experience, but they're so unbelievable in terms of her entire catalog.
Sure.
Man Is Like a Spring Flower is fucking crazy good. Like, oh my God.
That's maybe her most unique song.
Because it starts out with this. I mean, it has those vocal harmonies, but they're kind of unsettling, and it's all right. This is weird and ugly, and then it fucking drops, and all these synths come in, and it just becomes like, and then like the in and out falsetto vocals, like it's moving as shit. Like that, I'm getting chills thinking about it. I fucking love that song so much. And then the final note. Sorry, I'm talking a lot.
No. It's
back to the Solitary Brethren of Ephrata. That fucking song, man. It's one of the most devastating ballads. Like, it's those choir vocals they're angelic, but it's just written so fucking well. This album did not make me cry, but that song almost did.
After reading the quote about just accepting that things may not get what you want, and sometimes this ends and it's shitty.
Along with that song,
that might make me cry down the line because I didn't really talk about the music. I just read that quote,
right?
So
it's an unbelievable song. It's like a gospel hymn if it was just perfect. I don't know how to describe it. It's just unbelievable closer. I think it's a better closer than I'm the Beast. I think that's what it's called from Caligula. It's an amazing closer. It's gentle and it's a great representation of like the whole album where it's like it is not that harsh, but it's not that brutal, but it is very harsh.
No, the last album, you can't show anybody any song on.
I've had problems with that.
Of a few songs like Pennsylvania Furnace and some other ones, you could maybe you don't want to show someone the full album. But you could like maybe show your mom Pennsylvania Furnace and
the Solitary Brethren of Ephrata. I've shown people that we're like, you can't deny this song. You can't fucking deny it. Like if you deny a song, you're just being a fucking old bitch or something.
Yeah, you may not like what it's attached to, but this is like on their own.
It is fucking a perfect goddamn song. It's just too goddamn good. And as album, like, it's not a violent roller coaster like Caligula, but I'm glad it's not. It has to be something different. It needed to be something different.
I'm glad she like listened to her emotions and did what she felt instead of succumbing to the pressure of like, oh shit, we need Caligula too. And I don't know who told her that, but I'm so glad she didn't listen to them.
Artist gonna art, man. You gotta. What is the best piece of art? You can't just fucking. I mean, people make.
And the thing is, money, I guess. The thing is, we still might get like a Caligula too, but I think it'll be better when she decides to return to those.
If she wants to come back to brutal screeching.
I think she'll be better for returning to it when it feels right.
That's always how it has to be. Otherwise, your record suffers always. So it's an incredible album. It's my album of the year. It is. It had to be, and it came close. But the things that this album does move me like no other. It's the best texture-driven album I think I've ever heard.
I think it's pretty flawless. And this Picking One album is fucking hard. It's fucking hard this year.
Oh yeah, but now that we're done with the big chunk of gushing part of the episode.
Now we can spice up your life a little bit. Get some
action. Oh, the rest of it. All right. We got a bunch of other albums. All right. So
we'll be going in chronological order in which these came out.
Chronological order. We're going to be taking turns. You should go next because I just went now.
Yes.
So let's see what we got.
We'll be kicking this off with something that came out in the very beginning of the year, and I feel like a lot of people forgot about it because that's what happened. Going with Viagra Boys, Welfare Jazz. This is just. It's called It Ain't Nice. But it is.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking great song. You can dance to it. You can punch people in the face to it. Yep. It's very on brand for Viagra Boys.
This is a delightful band that I can't believe I just discovered like 2 years ago, a year ago, 2 years ago.
Like, what is that weird like piano thing? Or something? Yeah. And then another sophomore album.
Oh yeah, that's right.
If you don't like it, babe, I'll
They're so fucking fun.
It's weird because they're a dark band. This was written while singer Sebastian Murphy was in a relationship. He was doing drugs every day, just being a fucking asshole. And boy, oh boy, does this album
It feels like it. Shows.
sounds like it. I should say their co-founder and guitarist Benjamin Valle. I'm gonna assume it's Valle because they're from Stockholm. Passed away in October.
Oh shit!
Which is another reason I'm like, I gotta include it. There's just, oh man, like it's also like weirdly like influenced by like Western and country, or I heard like Western country stuff on here. Like Toad, it's just Western, got some elements of the Birthday Party on there. You have songs like Creature, which is this like a pop song, but they're screaming and it's about like sea creatures. Girls and Boys, just like a disco song that's on a bad acid trip. And then the two songs that like put this album over, like for me, like I have to talk about this album, is To the Country and their cover of In Spite of Ourselves.
Oh, that's real good. Yeah, I was wondering what the fuck that came out of nowhere.
Yeah. Dude, In Spite of Ourselves it's a cover song, but it's also like one of my favorite songs of the year. It's so the way they interpret it, and like it's creepy, it's catchy, it stays with you very much like an STD, which I'm sure all these members of the band have.
I'd never guessed.
Yeah. And then I think Amy
Taylor
from Amy and the Snifflers.
I don't know where she's from. I was going to ask you that.
I think they're called Amy and the Snifflers or something. Like I believe they're Australian punk band. Please forgive me if I'm wrong. Yeah, just the fucking like just fun, dirty, dancey punk stuff, weird Western stuff, and then to fucking close it with that
gorgeous,
amazing, weird, disturbing cover song. I love it.
Interesting. I wasn't expecting you to pull out a fucking Viagra Boys pick. I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they released an album until you said that. I went back and listened to it. Yeah, they're a super fun band that I don't know, like how old are these guys? I know that they're not like an old band.
Like I said, this is only their second album. They're still young guns. Like
it feels like they're old. It feels like they're old guys. I don't know what it is about it.
It sounds like they've done some living.
Maybe that's what it is. Solid pick. Now it's down to me. This is.
Hold on, I might have to pull this up. Sorry, I do have to pull this up.
Okay. Wait. Should I buy more time?
What's this one called?
The Helm of Sorrow.
Okay.
This came out January 15th. Another way back. This is a continuation of one of my picks from last year. Emma Ruth Rundle and Thou collaboration. They released a full length last year, but this is just an EP. This is The Helm of Sorrow.
This also fell into, I didn't realize it was this year, and if you didn't bring it up, I thought it was last year.
This one?
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought it was
because I listened to it.
Oh shit!
I just didn't realize it was this year.
It was so close. I mean, it's at the beginning of the year too.
Yeah.
But like the record, the full length songs take a little bit to start. Her vocals here remind me of fucking King Woman.
Yeah. No, I said it in the King Woman thing. Although a little bit of a spoiler alert, all those ladies,
killer.
Fucking give them their flowers this year.
I don't think we're going to get to when the song picks up because it's so long. This is a lengthy intro.
Yeah.
But take my word for it, it gets heavy.
It does. Yeah. For those who don't know Thou, that band will kick you in the dick.
Yeah. A lot of that. But then the way she blends with them is spectacular.
It's so good. Yeah, I had a little bit of extra money, and I was like, what am I doing not owning this in the previous one they did?
It's crazy collaboration.
So after I listened to it, I just went online and purchased both things.
Nice. Damn, I want to get to it, but it's
Want me to fast forward a little? You got timestamps?
I don't got timestamps.
All right. Well,
we'll just lower it there. This is a very good, very brief EP. I mean, it's like 20 minutes, 4 songs, which isn't that brief, but I think it's the perfect length for this kind of thing where I feel so satisfied by the end of it. Like, whereas any kind of really harsh, sludgy album, if it gets a little too long, you start to like, there's moments where you kind of go dip in and out.
Yeah.
Now at this length, this is a perfect length.
No, doing 2. What's the last one considered an album?
It was an album. Yeah.
They're both this perfect length.
They're not long.
Yeah. They're both perfect. To the point where I thought the previous one was an EP as well.
Oh, really?
But yeah, they're just, I really like this one as well.
So, I mean, I could talk about each one individually. There's only 4 fucking songs, but Crone Dance, that is such a twisted and glorious sludge riff. That's like around halfway through.
That's where you said the vocals somehow do a good job of complementing. Yeah. That song is a prime example of that.
Yeah, it's like beast vocals, but with this and it's not even like a cliche juxtaposition between the two. It just bleeds together. It's nice. It's nice.
Yeah.
Recurrence is more. It's like a 80-20 thou Emma. It's very much a thou song with like bits of Emma singing in there. That one sounds, I think, the most like something that would be off the last record. Solid. But the other 3, I don't know. One thing, even though we didn't hear it so much, these songs get to the point, I think, a lot quicker than the songs off the full length.
I think you got to when there's only 4 songs. And it's meat and potatoes.
I really appreciate that, because on that album, even though I like the album a lot, it would take a long time for like a really the climax riff to get there. And it's not that that's a problem necessarily, but I always felt like almost every song on that album starts out as a song I don't like and then turns into a song I love around halfway through. Whereas that's not the case here. Each from the jump, I think these are all fucking awesome. And then you get Hollywood, which is the most accessible song they've ever done. It's like the most closest to being normal.
It's weird. It made me think about the Cranberries.
Really?
Zombie.
Really?
Not that song.
I don't disagree entirely.
No, not that song specifically, but like I could imagine the Cranberries doing it. And I meant to like look it up if it was a cover song, because I'm just like, it's so different from everything else they've done. But it may or may not be. But I'm just like, man, it's so different. I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
I'm gonna look it up as we speak. Yes, sir. Come on. What am I doing? Can I not find it? I can't find it. Okay, we're moving on.
Yes.
But a great little EP. If you like the full length, which I recommend you check out as well, there's no way you won't like this. This is fucking awesome. It's good stuff. Short, succinct, badass. But moving on. Let's what you got?
Yes. So I'm doing a little bit of cheating here, but it's 2 EPs from a Philadelphia punk band called Soul Glow. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to get in trouble.
DisNigga.
Volume.
But the bad version.
Volume 1 and 2.
First one came out February 27th. Volume 2 came out June 19th, by the way. That's my fault.
Oh.
My bad.
I started over.
Trying to see all the niggas with juicy, I can't always Fortitude. That's something that I am. Yeah, I'm shit, but I gotta put in. Yeah, why I'm wearing my money and my
This song's kind of misleading.
I'm a flip nigga, please, no, I do not give a shit, nigga. I want for
Not very punk, but this is brutal. Lord won the
okay.
There we go.
One thing I like about this new generation is they're actually combining hip hop and heavy music in a way that sounds cool.
Yeah.
Because it has such a bad, nu metal.
Yeah.
I think it's just, except the nu metal sucks. But you get a band like this, and they're like, no, we can do both.
Okay, so just get like a brief reiteration of what you just said.
Oh, sorry. I think this like new generation of people making music, and I'll talk about one other artist who does it well later on too, is this like you can combine punk and metal into hip hop and have it sound good, because it turns out like the idea of new metal, like it wasn't wrong. No. It was just the wrong people giving it to us.
Yeah, it was a very early incarnation. It was a flawed representation. It was a flawed. What's the word? No, it lost the word.
It was not good. It was not good.
Man, my vocabulary is gone today.
Yes, artists, and that first song is like really the only one that sounds hip hop. Yeah. You got songs like Rolling Loud. That's this unrelenting hardcore punk with like more like metal guitars and vocals than it is hardcore, but the essence of it is hardcore. They had the fucking nerve to do a song like Screamo del Bar, which is like, we're gonna throw some Latin beats in a punk song. And I love it. It's great. Moving on to Volume 2. That one's more punk.
I think that's the only one I heard.
Yeah. Just a song like Don't Uplift Me is just completely unhinged, aggressive shit. And then like I would say Volume 2 is like more angry. And then a song I really like, Bombs, is like I was not expecting anything catchy, but man, it is fun to scream along back on my bullshit with it. It's just, oh man, yeah. My friend John Guerra recommended these artists, and I was like, this is fucking good.
Nice.
Also, I feel like I did a bad job about including newer artists on my list this year. So very glad to include these guys. And
very cool.
Just like I didn't realize people made punk music like this these days. So
that's the thing with that really enrages me. I'm going to get ready for a fucking old man rant.
Here we go.
Where people call punk, people look at punk as like a genre of music. It's not. It was not supposed to be. It's not a genre. I mean, it can be, but it's not. It's always very disappointing when it is. Like when you look at punk, is both the Minutemen and
Black Flag.
Yeah, they're very different things, but they all had the same ethos. They all had the same lifestyle. They all want to make the music they wanted to make because no one else was doing it, or no one else was accepting it. Then punk turned into like, oh, it has to be snotty and fast and like poppy and simple. Like, no, now you're putting restrictions on a thing that was meant to have no restrictions. Yes. This shit is punk because it's fucking crazy and it's what no one else is doing. And it's what they want to do.
Also, I don't think that's an old man rant. I think that's very like progressive and what punk should be.
That's what I felt it. That's what I felt it to be. That's what I don't know, but like it also, it's harder to market that. Where like you want to think mohawks and studs when you look at punk, but it's not. Sometimes it's just a poor kid.
Also, I have no idea what these guys look like.
I have no idea.
Yeah. But I remember watching like a punk documentary, and they pointed out that like punk bands never look like the audience.
Yeah.
I always default to like Bad Religion because they just look like nerds.
Yeah. Sometimes you're just a guy that happens to like certain kinds of music.
Yeah.
So the essence of this shit is like what makes me such a huge punk fan. Like doing what you want, no matter if it might be really, really unpopular. Mixing hip hop like that, that's a ballsy, bold fucking move, but it works.
It's abrasive. Yeah. But an abrasive I can get behind.
Yeah. On to the next pick. This one's me. This came out April 2nd. You got it queued?
Yes. Well, no, I'm going to let you pick because
that's fair. Oh shit. I just pressed a thing I shouldn't have pressed.
Oh, wires are flying everywhere.
Oh no. But we're here. I don't know how long this is going to take. You know what? I'm just going to bite the bullet and put on track 2 because this is what this fucking band does. All right, this is Godspeed, your Black Emperor. Godspeed at State's End.
So, I didn't get around to recapping this. I liked it. I didn't get around to writing about it, though.
This album. This was in the running. This was one of the 4 in the running. So, anybody who knows Godspeed knows they take 10 hours to start a song.
Yes.
And the first song is basically a 4-minute intro to this song, which still hasn't started yet.
Yeah.
So, they do that bullshit still.
You know what we should have done? We should have started this when we started the episode, so it's just in the background.
I know.
By the time we get to Viagra,
The song will have immediately started. But
oh shit!
You can kind of hear a little bit of melody in the background, and that is the motif for a lot of the album. Mm-hmm. It returns to this musical idea. It goes back. It has it in different contexts, different volumes, different feels, but it keeps returning to this melody. It's a beautiful, almost like I think like early U.S. colonial style melody.
That's what Mike likes in his music.
I love a good white guy. I just love it. It's my
US
favorite.
colonial time.
Love the high socks and wigs. But
Get you album of the year from.
But just like every other album, it's a slow burn. You got to wait a long fucking time. Still talking over this intro. Still talking because it still hasn't started. Oh, here we go. Okay, now I'm gonna stop talking.
I've seen them live twice, both times fucking exhausted at the end.
I've never seen them live.
Oh.
I'm upset by that.
What are you doing?
This bass line is the song basically. God damn. So these guys do such a special thing. They somehow whittle down, I'm assuming, hours and hours of rehearsals into one amazing riff.
Yeah.
And they just build on it for an hour. Mm-hmm. It's amazing how they do that.
No, when I saw you pick this, I was like,
oh shit.
oh, well.
Well, there goes the end of the song. It timed exactly with you saying fuck too.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know what my phone did, but
did it turn off?
No, it did that weird.
Yeah, but did it stop the song?
Yes. Sorry. This moved on to the.
Wow.
My phone does this sometimes. It happened to us once, but we were able to edit it, and it hasn't done it. That was actually the last time was here.
Oh.
Whatever.
Well, anyway. You can hear it on your own time. That was God saying, all right, we're fucking done. All right.
Yeah.
So back to this album.
Oh yeah. I was just like, I'm too mentally tired to try to put words to this. If I get around to it, it will be at the very end, but we came to an agreement. It was just like, take care of your shit. I'll take care of mine. I will let Mike take the reins.
This is such a fucking good album. Like this is a great album. It's one of their best ones, I think. I still liked not last year's, I'm talking about. It's like 2017, I think, where Luciferian Towers, I think, was a really good one as well. But again, like each one is different in its own way, but it still always feels like Godspeed. Like that kind of riff is a very Godspeed type of riff. Mm-hmm. But everything is good. I mean, the only thing I don't like is the first track, which is like a 4-minute intro. And again, it's not even bad. It just feels like it didn't need to be its own track.
Yeah.
But First of the Last Glaciers continues like the same motif from the song we were just listening to, Job's Lament, but way heavier, and then it quickly takes it in this really driving direction. Fucking amazing song. And then you get Fire at Static Valley, which is expertly produced. It's one of the reasons I love the band, where they could take something super super dramatic, and you don't want to punch them in the face, like because it's moving. It's legitimately moving. And then I fucking Government Came, and by the way, I'm cutting off the titles of these songs because fuck them.
Oh yeah,
dude.
They're long.
They're the worst at naming things. First of all, the name of the album it's not even God's, because I think they get censored in Canada, so it's G_D_S. All those album titles are fucking ludicrous.
Yeah.
There's goddamn code in the song titles that say, okay, Aphex Twin, you fucking asshole. Like, whatever. So I'm cutting the title short. But anyway, Government Came. Like the others, takes a while to start up, but holy God, when it does, that's why I love this band. Songs like that are why I fucking love this band. It's just unmatched when it comes to building off an idea.
Yes.
They're there are a lot of bands who do that, who do stuff similar to that, but it never really feels like them. And while they are a huge name in what you would call post-rock bands don't sound like this. Like you try to sound like Godspeed, it doesn't sound like Godspeed. It sounds
no, and I can think of other like instrumental, like there's totally a reason Explosions in the Sky is the most successful like instrumental post-rock band, because I don't know who came first. I don't want to get into that. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But they use this. They like mainlined what Godspeed does.
Godspeed, they take their time.
No, yeah. This is like pure uncut shit.
Yeah. Which is why I like it.
I don't mean like shit. This
uncut feces.
Yeah.
You heard? So that's why I like it so much, because like the for one, you can't just put it on casually, otherwise you won't like it. You can't put it on casually, but you're probably not going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
You have to be willing to sit with it. You have to be patient. You have to be in the mood for it.
You have to put in the time, and
it's definitely that, which is one of the reasons why I can't give it album of the year, because it's like, even though I love it, the things that Lingua did are obviously just
better,
more innovative too. Or like, well, this very much is Godspeed doing Godspeed.
Yeah.
Not that it's a bad thing. It's still a fucking incredible album, but I didn't feel surprised by anything on here, even though I found everything to be quite delightful. Like the closer, Our Side Has to Win. It's moody and ambient, but more movie soundtrack like. It very much feels like a score. The string section in there is goddamn heart wrenching. It's
usually you don't like things that sound like movie stuff.
Are you kidding? I love.
No, I mean like you have like on the Zeal and Ardor. You're like,
well that
what it sounds like for a trailer.
Yes. That's more. I felt like that was more commercial trailer music. This feels like movie score stuff, which is like my jam.
Yeah. Okay.
But. Also, side note, which I didn't learn this until recently, these fucking idiots, they posted a list of demands with the album.
What?
They did that with the last record too. They posted a list of demands, like really political demands, which is like, I mean, be political, do your thing, have your beliefs or whatever, but like
demands? Yeah.
Demands? hey, musicians? Music is, come on, like what are you doing? What are you doing? It feels like, again, be political, but do you expect us to not laugh at you? Like, I love them, but they are blowhards. They're like, to think that we're not going to make fun of you from putting a list of demands with a record. Like, it's music. It's art. Art is meant to be, I mean, like, you're not going to use it as a threat. Like, you're not going to get this record if you don't fucking.
I forget what album it was, but yeah, one of the records comes with like a penny and like a letter and like
goofy shit.
Yeah.
Goofy shit. And for the sake of art, I'm all for it, but I'm going to make fun of it if it's something ridiculous. And even though I fucking adore this album, I still think it's very funny thing to do, but it's fucking so, like, honestly, if this wasn't such a competitive year, this would have easily taken album of the year. This is like, it's just fucking, yeah. If you're a Godspeed person, by all means, this is where I kind of think I might like it more than the last one they did.
Interesting.
Yeah. But moving on. What you got?
Shit. Okay. I know I have the album ready to go. I just need okay. So this came out in May 11th. This is brought to you by DC Comics. It is the Dark Knight's death metal soundtrack.
Ooh, wait, this came out. No, that came out June 18th.
Oh, June. I don't know where I got that number from.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. It's my next pick.
As you were.
It's my next fucking pick. This my boys Mastodon here.
Oh
yeah. And it's the heaviest Mastodon song of the year, probably.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, this album is just, not that it's musically weird, the existence of it is fucking weird.
Yeah, this is a little bit before we jump into it. This is a fucking good song.
No, I love a lot of songs on here, otherwise I wouldn't be talking about it. I was not expecting anything
Oh yeah,
on here.
I forgot this came out.
Oh no, this was like in regular rotation for me.
Yeah, Troy sounds extra gruff there than he does these days.
Okay, so let me talk about why this is fucking weird. One, it's for a comic book event. It's not a movie. It's not a TV show, an actual comic book event. Two, except for one song, this is all original music recorded for this thing. They don't even do that with movies these days anymore.
Yep.
And then three, there's no death metal on it.
There's no death metal.
Which I'm totally fine with.
I'm not fine with that. I like death metal. Put some death metal if you're gonna name the fucking thing death metal.
The event is called death metal. So yeah, we get that awesome Mastodon song. Then afterwards, you got Chelsea Wolfe doing Diana. I like the like back and forth.
It's a good song too.
Yeah, the like noisy electronic stuff on there. It's just like a cool song about fucking Wonder Woman with Chelsea Wolfe. What am I going to complain about there?
Yeah.
Nothing. Big fan of Health. You take
That's right. Yeah.
Health, who's worked on soundtracks with Tyler Bate, who was the executive producer, but he's on a few of these tracks. You bring in Chino from Deftones.
Oh, right.
And I don't know if I've ever heard Health with like such heavy drums. Maybe.
Wait, really? They're pretty fucking heavy.
No, they are.
Yeah.
They are. I'm just saying, like the drums felt like extra metal and intense on that. Fucking the thing that doesn't belong on here is the cover of Anything.
I hate that song. It's up there with Monster Mash. How much I fucking hate that song.
Shit.
I've hated it since I was in middle school, and the fact that it was on here, I skipped it. I couldn't. There was songs on this record that I legit skipped because I couldn't fucking bear it.
That's the only. And I was like, why is this on here? I figured it out. It's from a band Chester Bennington from Linkin Park did in the 90s. So it's just like, hey, we have this Chester Bennington song who's not with us. We'll just tack it on. I haven't listened to Rise Against in ages.
Hated that song.
It's very Rise Against like. They sound exactly how I remember them. I guess you need the big names, right?
Yeah, that's all the stuff that dragged it down for me. Like the beginning, middle of the album.
Yeah, but I will say they decided to open with Mastodon, Chelsea, and Health, though.
That's
not
strong move.
Not Rise Against.
Strong move.
Not Chester Bennington.
I thought the latter half was a lot better, though.
I love the latter half too. Like, I haven't listened to Denzel Curry before, but that song "Bad Luck."
Yeah,
I'm gonna check. It's probably like the most. It's hip hop, but it's like the most punk song on the album. Fucking great song. Never heard of Karath Angren.
Yeah, no, same.
The band that did Skull with a Forked Tongue.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably the most heaviest, most death metal song, but I never thought I'd step back into the world of symphonic metal.
That is the closest thing to death metal on here.
Yeah,
by far.
Yeah, I'm gonna check those dudes' albums out, and then
of course you gotta mention the obvious. Idols.
Yeah.
Why is that on here? I mean, I love Idols.
I don't know, but I think it's like the darkest song Idols has done.
I don't think it's the darkest song they've done. I think it's one of them for sure.
Yeah, but it's not very Idols like.
That's yeah, for sure.
And then another band I'm a big fan of that's on here that's more like electronic synth driven is Gunship. And they got fucking Dave Lombardo to play drums on it.
I'm just seeing it for the first time right now. I didn't even realize.
What kind of fucking fever dream is this whole album?
It's a weird compilation. It went all out.
And then I never heard of Soccer Mommy, but I kind of like they're like the least metal thing on here.
It's damn near pop. It's like, this is on a compilation called Death Metal. Are you kidding? You're closing it with that?
I liked it because it reminded me of going to like a big summer blockbuster and you have something like Kiss by a Rose, which like has nothing to do with Batman, but it's like, it's this love song that you have to put on the soundtrack for whatever reason.
Oh, I was like, Seal?
Yes, Seal.
Like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was on the Batman Forever.
Of course, that's where we all heard it for the first time. Yeah. And yet, it feels so right.
Yes. So that's why I didn't mind Kissing in the Rain here. Right. And just a fucking crazy. Like whoever pulled this shit off, bravo. Like
it is
like I said, they don't even do this for blockbusters these days. The fact that they were able to do it and get some very cool bands for a fucking comic book event makes it
to get Idols, Chelsea Wolfe, and Mastodon associated with DC Comics.
Yes,
this is a very interesting and that's worth
and I'm glad it was for a comic book event and not one of their shitty movies.
Yeah,
because that would have broke me a little.
Yeah. But moving on.
Okay, hold on.
Right.
I think I got to. Okay, I see what you're doing. Let me pull that up.
Do you have the doc, the Google Doc? Because they're in that order.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
But this came out April 30th. And this one I wasn't expecting this one.
I was like, is this a typo?
It's no typo, baby. This is Fortitude by Gojira.
I was just...
Oh, this song fucking rips, dude.
Now, are you a Gojira fan? Or?
Well, I've never really given him a... I've listened to one album, like, passively. Never latched on.
There's some big, crazy riffs on here. I listened to it quite a bit. I don't love it, but it's good. It's very good.
This riff feels so much like Sepultura.
You know, it's funny. This one, and then I was reading about their other song, Amazonia.
Yeah.
And like specifically on Amazon, they were like, our favorite band growing up was Sepultura.
Hell yeah, it was.
So they're like, you could really hear the Sepultura.
So this song does a wonderful job at setting the stage of what the album is, because it has the brutality here. But in a second, it's going to go gorgeous here. So goddamn it.
I think I may have like talked over it a little bit. Those like, do you know what like that signature like Gojira like guitar?
The scraping?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's tons of string scraping on this album.
And also in we didn't get to it, but there's another section in that song that goes insane with the crazy time signatures.
Oh yeah,
this is very Dillinger-esque.
Yeah, or Meshuggah. Yeah. It's just always been a band that's been like in my orbit, but I've never like fully committed to them. When this dropped, I'm like, that's fucking cool cover art.
Yeah, and
I'm like, I feel like on paper it checks all the right boxes.
Didn't do it for you?
It's really good.
I love it.
Yeah, I can admit that though. Like I don't love it.
Because I listened to the. I don't want to say it's the famous one, but it's the one whose cover I've seen.
Oh, with the whale.
Maybe I'm forgetting. Then it's a white cover, off-white.
Yeah, and there's like a moon and a whale on it.
I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
So I listened to a little bit of that one.
Yeah, when they came out, there was a lot of like comparisons to Mastodon. You got these guys with whale albums.
The same thing with another one of my picks that we'll talk about later.
Wait.
That one. That's the one.
Okay.
It's a volcano.
Okay.
Is it called Magma?
Yes.
There we go.
And this was like one.
That's the other one. I didn't hear that one.
From Mars to Sirius is their like big breakout one.
Okay. So when you heard little bits and pieces, I'm like, okay, this is metal. Definitely metal. I like metal.
Yeah.
But I'm not like, all right, it's not doing that much. So I was expecting the same with this. I just kind of threw it on passively. But the fucking riffs here, dude, they got me. Like Amazonia, the follow-up track.
I love that weird like
the chorus is batshit. It's so strange. It's ugly and odd riffs.
Also, I don't know what that like Australian like boing 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 boing.
Yeah,
I don't know what that instrument's called.
I know, neither do I, but they have some crazy instruments on this album. But in that song, around 3 minutes in, it goes to this section, and that was like, this is Mastodon at their peak.
Yeah.
And sorry, but Mastodon hasn't been at their peak for me in a bit. So
no, it's fine.
So it gave me little bits of that, and then Another World is
that's my second.
Love it.
I kind of hate that those are my two favorite songs because they're fairly early on. They're right.
They're great.
Yeah.
Love Another World, especially around halfway, it just gets ridiculous. And then, so like it's not a perfect album. Like I don't really care for Hold On so much. I think parts of it kind of make me cringe a little bit.
I like the vocals on Hold On.
I think that's what I don't like about them. Into the Storm is another one that's fine, but I hate the chorus. So overall, it doesn't do much for it. But
I just liked how fast Into the Storm was. That's like objectively like crank the speed up to 11 on that one.
That's how I feel about fucking the main riff to Sphinx.
Dude,
that's what the string scraping thing.
Yeah. I like Sphinx too because like the vocals feel extra ugly on there. Yeah.
It's some crazy shit here.
The scraping I was on Newfound. It's like the scraping, and it's like their like trademark thing, but it's weird. It's like a new twist on it.
Newfound, I think it's my favorite song on the album. It probably is. That main riff is absolutely insane. So it's like, I guess it doesn't sound like they're scraping strings. It sounds like they're just fucking, they're sliding up really high and doing a little all double picking or something, because it's like, it's a very, very cool sound. It's a very interesting sound. And I guess that's what they're known for, like you said, but like, you don't have too many other people doing it. And if they are, maybe it's not this tight. I don't know.
Because they've like
the market.
I called it the Gojira sound.
The Gojira sound.
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
Yeah.
And God damn, that song is so fucking, it's so hooky too. The outliers, the more interesting songs in here are like the title track, which is full on shaman song, but with like a pop hook.
You know what? I lied. The title track going into the chant.
Yeah.
I think that's
solid. Yeah, solid.
So good. Yeah,
because the title track has like hand drums and tambourines, and it's very like, or we're sitting around a fire singing this, but it's a really catchy modern sounding hook. It's not like they're trying to channel this old Native American kind of sound.
Also, I do like that it's two sides of the same coin, because I like that you get the like very like tribal chanty stuff, ironically not in the part called the chant, and then the chant is the very like
Gojira. It's
metal,
full version of the same riff, the same hook.
So they're very, very smart to kind of break it up into two
songs.
You get your cake and eat it too on that one.
Yeah, that it's so catchy. Like that fucking vocal line sticks in my head all the time. And then the other main crazy thing is the Trails, which is full on like indie edgy fucking like, I don't, what would you call that?
I don't even know. Did I fucking write?
It's only one with sung vocals. It's driving. It's pretty.
I guess it's
very indie.
Because also, not to go too far back, but they have like a very interesting story because they're from France. And apparently if you're a musician in France, it's very hard to get out of that, like that French music system.
Really?
Like they have a pretty interesting story about like one, their metal band, which is already a hurdle in itself. And then to like get out of for people outside the country to hear their music.
Oh, okay.
It's quite the feat. And like, I think people like myself maybe like take that for I think that was also like the appeal of their earlier stuff was like, this band was not supposed to be, they're big for a metal band, but they're not
supposed to be that big.
Yes.
That's inspiring even. Jesus Christ.
It is.
And then it ends with Grind, which is a lot more crazy scraping stuff.
Yes.
Brutal, great, but it has a really strong outro too. I love it. I did not see myself jumping on board with this, like just the latest one, but they're just great songs. It's not perfect, but it blew away my expectations completely.
So surprised when I opened it and saw it there. And I'm like, whatever.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Hey man, sometimes it just, that's why it's a great year. I didn't fucking expect so many of my picks at all. Love it. And I was picky as shit this year.
Oh yeah, you were.
I left so many of my favorite bands off this list because this album's better. But anyway, next pick. What do we got?
This is I picked them 2 years ago. We got another sophomore album. This is Black Midi, Cavalcade. Take some King Crimson. Take some Mahavishnu Orchestra.
Yep.
Throw a spoken word on top of it.
Y'all didn't see that.
Yeah. On the vinyl version, it's cool for some reason. You get like a little like THX intro.
Oh, right.
For some reason, only on the vinyl.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
God, this band is weird.
It's so weird, and this isn't. I think of this like. Do I think this? I mean, it's good. I like every song on here, but like I think this is the weakest one. So I like that it just like escalates from here. Like it's still a banger, but all right.
This band is fucking
Absolutely bananas.
Yeah.
They've never not been. Well, this is the second album, right?
Second album.
They're continuing to be bananas then.
And it's crazy because they didn't like their first album, and there was a lot of improv on that last album that turned into songs. This sounds more unhinged, sounds more improv, but it's actually they did way more writing. This is way more like predetermined, and I'm like, this is crazy to me.
Yeah, it's wild. It's fucking crazy.
This one sounds more improv, but they're like, no, we wrote
That's
for
some
this
beef heart shit right there, dude.
And yeah, you can hear it on songs like Congramanica Paletta, blah, blah. The way the drums are on that is, oh man. And then there's the saxophone. This adds like a level of violence to that song. Yeah, but the like, I don't want to say muted or muffled, like way the drums are is made me think of Beefheart.
Oh, okay.
They have like a full blown like cabaret lounge style song.
Yep.
With Marlene Drench.
I gotta find it.
Just weird. And then yeah, one of my favorite songs of the year, Slow.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, man, it's just there's some jazz in there, there's some math rock. It's actually a little more palpable than their other things, and I love it. Staying on pretty stuff like Diamond stuff lets you kind of breathe from the insanity that is this band. Has some like quieter parts that are very Slint like.
I didn't realize how long these songs were. Like it's not a long album, but it doesn't feel like that.
No.
Like the closer is fucking 10 minutes.
Dude, oh man, the closer, Ascending Forth, there's like guitar kind of makes me think of like medieval stuff. It's an appropriate title because it sounds like something that's ascending. I always think that's cool when it's the title and you're trying to think of how to like describe it. And I'm like, you would describe it as.
There's a word for that. If I found it, you're seeing it on screen right now.
Yeah.
I know there's a word for that in music where the words are matching what's happening in the music.
Yeah. And then, yeah, sometimes there's so much going on in this band. Sometimes the bass gets a little lost, but on Dethrone, great bass playing. I'm sure the bass playing's insane on all of it, but it's like highlighted on Dethrone.
Because these are cacophonous. These are really hard to follow.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And then the last one I'll do, Hogwash and Boulder Dash. I wrote unhinged Ren and Stimpy music.
Nice. Ooh, goddamn.
Yeah.
Man, these guys feel like they're pulled out of like a weird fiction, like old-timey England fiction novel.
Yeah, and I think I bought it up 2 years ago, but I'll repeat myself for new listeners. Growing up, going to the Smell in my early 20s, they remind me a lot of bands I would watch at the Smell, and I'm just like, how does this happen? That obviously they're younger than me, and like on the other side of the world, channel this very like specific.
Yeah.
Sound, and I think that's part of why I've like loved them, and they were like the first concert I went back to, and I was just fucking floored. The energy this band commands when they're on stage is just electric. I love them so much.
Nice. On to the next. Man, we have so many left. I didn't realize we have so many albums left, but This came out June 11th. This is another one that I did not see coming. See coming. How could I ever see this coming? How could anybody see this coming?
No one could see this coming.
No one could see this coming. This is Big Mess by Danny Elfman.
What? I'm so glad you included this because I was going through my shit. I was like, I fucking forgot about this album. I'm so glad you picked it.
So crazy.
Also, I didn't see it on anyone.
They're fucking out of their minds, dude.
No, this is legitimately one of the best albums of the year.
It's crazy.
Yeah, one of the best, if you want to call it metal, hard rock, whatever the
industrial
fuck
metal.
Yeah.
Danny Elfman doing industrial metal.
With great John Frisch on drums.
Yep. What was he? What was the one that we covered that he was in?
I forget, but he's like a big studio.
He's done everywhere.
Studio drummer. Yeah.
God, those vocals,
madness,
genius. The way they fucking
just produced. I mean, it's Danny Elfman, so of course it's produced.
Huge production.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's when you get like a brilliant composer to make aggressive music. This is what happens.
He doesn't sing on this album, but
that's him the whole time, baby.
Holy shit. Also, he looks like someone's grandma, which makes this even...
Looks like an old woman.
It makes this album even better.
Freezing time for revolution. Freezing time to evolutionize or
oh, that's a good chunk.
Oh man. So this is the strangest album on my list because I mean, holy shit. So Danny Elfman, I forget the reason that he started writing like solo songs, but I guess he couldn't stop. Yeah, that's right. He initially wrote 2 songs non-commissioned, like finally songs for fun.
Yeah.
Just write these songs for me. And then he couldn't stop himself and he just wrote 16 more.
Yes.
just threw them all. And so this is a massive album. It's a double album, fucking 72 minutes, and it's separated into discs on streaming, which is like when we say double album, it usually just means like 60 minutes and up kind of thing. But this is a double disc album where it's like too long. This is 72 minutes. It's massive.
That's the worst part about our list is there's three double albums.
Yeah, they're big fucking albums. So first,
this one does not feel like it though.
It's crazy. So I don't think it's a perfect album by any means. There's a lot of songs I don't care for, a lot of songs that I think are fairly average, but the songs that hit are so insane. They're so insane and brilliantly written, and the arrangements they're as batshit as you would expect from the guy who wrote the music for Beetlejuice.
Yes.
It's that fucking crazy. So
you know what I like realized listening to this is I never realized how much Strapping Young Lad sounds like Danny Elfman.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's why I like it so much. A lot of Strapping Young Lad.
Yeah.
So you get song like the opener, Sorry. It's like, that is obviously, once you hear that, you know you're in for some shit. It's like, this is really heavy. I'm not expecting this old man who looks like an old woman to sound this fucking crazy heavy. And then you get True, which is the follow-up track. That is the most heavy industrial thing I've heard all year.
It's crazy, yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite songs of the fucking year.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of like one John Carpenter who also came out with an album. That's how Stack It.
Yeah.
But he kind of reminds me of how John Carpenter started doing like electronic music.
Yes, because he made the music for his movies, but finally he's just making music for myself.
It's just fucking old men who have composed movies fucking killing it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude. And then there's a lot of because there's so many songs, there's a lot of crazy highlights. One of them is Dance with the Lemurs, which it has the exact same bass line as Song Against Itself from Shellac. Exact. I think it's like in 5/8 or something. But it's a great song. It's really percussive and groovy. And then you get Choose Your Side, which is just so fucking pounding. It's like the fact that Danny Elfman can go this heavy is just, it's mind blowing. Was it the song Happy? It's the first song on the second disc. I believe that it's one of the first songs that he wrote that caused the chain reaction.
Yeah.
It is true insane circus music,
Yes.
which means
It's Danny Elfman music.
dude, it's a fucking schizophrenic industrial masterpiece. That song.
Was it McCluskey where we've discovered you like circus music?
It was where it was confirmed, I think, that I love circus music.
Yeah, that cemented it.
Oh yeah. That Happy is just, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's terrifying. It's frantic. It's like, oh, this guy is out of his fucking mind. So goddamn good. And I do think the second disc is a lot weaker than the first one, but when it hits, goddamn, like Love in the Time of COVID is a crazy banger. And then you have songs like Better Time, Cruel Compensation, the closer, Insects, which is like this funky jungle song. But the song Get Over It, I think, is Elfman in his fucking ultimate form.
In his prime.
It is peak Elfman because it has all the crazy kookiness of the Batman Return soundtrack, but
Let's watch that movie. So good.
Dude, I know, but it's so heavy, so satisfying, so well written, fucking punishing. Oh God, too good, fucking good.
Yeah. Thank you for including it. And
yo, gotta hear this. It's Danny Elfman. It's fucking crazy.
Doing heavy music. It's a gem. It should be on more year end.
I do agree that with some of them, I guess that it's long and it's fairly inconsistent, but what he does here is so unexpected and it nails it so hard with the when he goes really hard, when he really goes for it. You have to acknowledge this. You have to fucking acknowledge this. But anyway, moving on.
Yeah. So my next pick, the only hip hop album on my list, sadly. This is from an artist from Montreal called Backxwash, and the album's titled I Lie Here Buried with My Rings and My Dresses. And guess what? Still fucking metal.
It is. This album does things I've never heard ever before.
I'm always pleasantly surprised when I'm always like, I think I even like, hey, I don't know if you like it, but if you want to check it out.
It's, whew. I want to talk about this one.
Yeah, good.
My mind's stuck in a torture chamber. It's locked and endangered. Constant hangers.
Also, I love like sampling like black metal screams in the background. What the fuck?
That.
Yes.
Forgive me. It takes me back to my little helium tank. I bought the shit on the left. Motion sickness from gas.
And yeah, she's just a screamer, like.
Puking blood, the way from Narcodesia back, and I should have left a note. Cause if life is what you make of it, I'm going for the do or die approach. I just took some fireball with some shit that I don't know. Should have took some Tylenol or maybe supersized it all.
All right.
Nice.
Maybe. Yeah, I actually discovered her like kind of on accident. Someone like posted this like lame white guy rapping, and everyone was just ragging on him. And the person who posted it was like, oh shit, this kind of blew up. If you guys want to check out like a real rapper who's doing something interesting, like please check out Backxwash. And so I clicked on it and I was like, oh shit. It's like this like whole metal motif.
Yeah.
On her previous album, she like sampled like Black Sabbath. Also, this to tie a little bow into it, loves Godspeed.
Oh, really?
Before this is like this spoken word thing.
Yeah.
And things like that happen because of her love of
sound bites and whatnot.
Yeah, those are very like the Godspeed influence coming through there.
This album does a thing that I've never heard in the world, which is screech rapping, shriek rapping.
Yes.
Like black metal shrieking, but rapping.
Yes.
And it kind of works. It's fucking crazy.
Going back to what I was saying, like this generation fucking gets how to do the metal rap thing extremely well.
Listen, we love Korn here, okay? That's not what we're saying.
No,
but we are
if you
saying
listen to us, you know we love corn.
we love corn. But this is a lot more tastefully integrated.
Yes. And yeah, I just like this is a fairly short album too, which I think really helps it. And yeah, this like crazy backstory too, like raised in Zamba, in Africa. Her family moved to Montreal, Canada. And then like, yeah, as she was like starting her career, she talks about it in the song Terror Packets. Came out as, transgender, and it's this like thing. She's got like 3 things going against her, like immigrant, transgendered, and being black in Canada is like, you are the most metal person.
Also, let's not forget the most alienating thing, liking black metal.
Yes. And like, despite it all, she's able to like take these things and make this like fresh like horror metal genre, because I know some rappers like they have this thing called Beast Coast, and I can't think of any off the top of my head, but these rappers who like I was like, man, that sounds cool, like horror driven hip hop, and I'd listen to it, I'm like, this is kind of pedestrian.
Yeah.
And like this sounds like how I wanted that Beast Coast thing to sound.
And with a name like Beast Coast, you would expect something beastly.
Yes. Or like something that sounds like what's that fucking RZA thing?
Oh, Gravediggers.
Like Gravediggers.
That's the thing. But we have to do Gravediggers episode at some point. But that's the thing about that album. That just sounds like, it kind of just sounds like Wu-Tang, but with horror elements.
Yes.
So this sounds like its own thing.
No. This, what I mean is it's like the next step.
Yeah. It's taking it real hard.
Yeah, like the title track, you can just fucking bang your head to that. You could maybe play some songs like In Thy Holy Name, like they are like more hip hop driven than screaming. Blood in the Water, produced by one of my favorite weird hip hop acts, Clipping.
Oh, right.
So yeah, that's cool that you got like Clipping and Backxwash. They're kind of kindred spirits in the sense that like we're gonna sample things you don't normally sample in hip hop. And then Burn the Ashes, this crazy industrial electronic shit. Also came out with an EP called Stigmata on Bandcamp. But yeah, just real interesting new artists I'm excited to see.
Hell yeah.
And hear.
Hell yeah. So let's see. We're going to skip some stuff on our list here because we talked about it. Next, I guess.
Oh yeah, that threw me off a little bit. Yes, yeah. I got you, fam.
Hell yeah. So this one we will be talking about in like 3-4 weeks, about 3 weeks.
Yes.
Just because that's the way we do this. It came out October 15th. This is Melvins, 5-Legged Dog.
Mike added this album last second, and I straight up told him I'm not going to listen to it.
It's a little long.
I mean,
it's a little long.
I'd listened to it because I love the Melvins. Like I had heard it, but I'm like, there's no way I can do notes on it.
This album is literally 2.5 hours long.
Yes,
literally 2.5 hours long. This is like a quadruple album. But goddamn, did I enjoy the hell out of it?
Obvious, yeah.
So, okay.
Is this an original? Is this the only original?
I don't know, honestly. I'm gonna find out right now. It's not supposed to be. No, this came out.
What album is this?
Walk with Love and Death.
Okay.
So it's the same time period.
Yeah.
He's not alive to say.
All right. Yeah, we got a lot. To cover.
We got a lot to cover.
Yeah.
So in case you didn't put it together, this is an album of Melvin songs, acoustic.
Yes.
Which sounds like, that's kind of it's not an original album.
A novel idea.
It is not. It's novel, and it's not exactly the most. This is the least essential of anything on my list because it is songs that you can get everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the way they pull it off is a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Like, I didn't think it was going to be bad, but the most important, because I don't have that much to say because it's not, a collection of original songs exactly. But the most important thing about this, I think, is that Dale doesn't fucking hold back on drums here.
No, it's still
He's
Dale
playing full volume, and it's Dale. He's the hardest hitting drummer in the world.
Yeah.
And these are acoustic songs, and he's hitting it like he would any other time.
Yeah.
And that makes it. Like, no acoustic albums do that. None that I've fucking heard. Every bullshit MTV Unplugged thing, they're playing with the stupid brushes and
You
shit.
got the brushes?
Like, I get it. If you're trying to be acoustic, you're trying to be more gentle. But why can't acoustic mean hard and heavy?
Yeah.
Why? And Melvins shows us that you can. It can mean that. It sounds great.
It would be the Melvins to do that.
It's the most Melvins thing ever. It's the most Melvins acoustic thing ever. And the most drastic change is the vocals. Buzz is doing a lot of falsetto stuff. He's doing a lot. He's not. He's doing way less of that.
Yeah, they aren't just rehashing it. It's like the choices are like very deliberate.
They're also arranged a lot differently. A lot of the songs are completely different. Like you got. They do a Hung Bunny and Roman Dogbird off Lysol back to back, which anybody who knows Melvins knows the sludge masterpieces, possibly the greatest sludge songs ever written. If you combine them into one 18-minute song, the way they do it here, Hung Bunny is a different song here. It's vocally driven, which was not the case.
No, not on a drone sludge thing.
It's a drone song, and so they add these really fucking pretty vocal harmonies. There's more riff to it. It's not just one note with the occasional drum hit. It's more of a song now, even still very droney. And then hearing Roman Dogbird with this context, all acoustic, it still fucking rips. It still hits as hard. And the same thing with songs like am I thinking like Billy Fish?
Oh yeah.
Which, like, hearing any of the Big Business era songs done like this,
just stripped down.
It's great. It just works fucking really well. And then there's like slight changes here and there, like songs like "At the Stake" from Stoner Witch. Like, it's a minute and a half long, but it's really endearing. And the part, well, not the part, but like one of my favorite aspects of this whole album are the covers. There's a decent amount of covers here. Some of which that they've done in the past, like Halo Flies from Alice Cooper. I've seen them do it live. They do a lot of Alice Cooper songs. This version of Halo Flies is phenomenal. It's so much better than you would ever, because it's just because you hear that song, let's say you listen to the original Halo Flies. It's a fucking masterpiece of a song.
Sure.
Love the song. And then you hear the Melvins do it live and it's like, oh, this can be even bigger and heavier than the original. It's awesome. And then you never consider that acoustically
going in the opposite direction.
It's just as fucking great. It's just in a different way. Love it. They cover fucking Brainiac here. Yep. They cover Flypaper and they change it.
You guys know how much I love Flypaper.
Oh, dude. Brainiac is this shit. Listen to that episode. So the cover of Flypaper here, they change notes to make it jauntier and happier. So they're still transforming shit even when they clearly don't need to, because they're playing Flypaper acoustically, which is already weird and crazy.
Yeah.
It's just super endearing. And you hear, obviously, like songs like fucking Anaconda, which is an entirely brand new intro. Just little twists on songs that we're familiar with, in addition to them being heavy acoustic songs.
Yeah.
It's delightful. I love it. And then last note. I believe you get Jeff Pincus on bass for the whole. I don't know if it's the whole album. This Wikipedia is barren for this album. But I'm assuming he's on the whole album because he sings for a few songs. He sings on the cover of Everybody's Talking from Midnight Cowboy, which is fun. And then as well as like Don't Forget to Breathe, which I think was on the album that Pincus Abortion Technician he was on. We haven't covered those albums yet, but we will in a few weeks. But it's long. But if you're a Melvins fan, you got it. It's delightful.
Got to do it.
Anyway, moving on.
Okay. My next pick is an artist who has this continued to surprise me. This is Andrew WK, God is Partying. Amazing album cover.
Great album cover. He usually has really good album covers.
I don't know if I said this on the podcast, but this Andrew WK was the first concert I've ever
I think you did mention that.
attended. And I was not expecting him to have this longevity.
Oh, no one was. No one was.
And
They just was the party guy.
it's just so delightful.
It's majestic.
I fucking love some of these songs. A lot of these songs. It's one of my best albums of the year.
For this one, you gotta do it slow.
Oh yeah, the like weird like punch AWK dance things.
You gotta slow it way down. It's not as natural.
Yeah. Also, I don't think he's ever gone like this metal.
Really? Because this is metal. This whole album is like metal.
No, he's done like metal, but not like these like brutal, big, like epic, brutal riffs. And
It's like giant symphonic metal. This whole album, yeah.
this man's married to Kat Dennings. Holy shit.
She got lucky, all right? She fucking lucked out.
Oh, this part.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, let the vocals come in a little bit.
Okay, yeah, that's true. That's why we're here.
He's a great singer. Takes a while, though. Man, this takes a long time.
I didn't realize.
Neither did I.
I didn't realize. His last album.
God is a liar, deceiving desire, knowledge eaten long ago.
Very different from the party, there's a party, there's a party, there's a party.
Oh, there's still partying on here, but in a different way.
Yeah.
He's evolved the definition of partying, and his last album, I think it's called like "You're Never Alone" or something. There's some beautiful like inspirational spoken word stuff where he talks about how like where he's like redefining what party is. It's like believing yourself.
Oh yeah, positive.
And
PMA.
Yes, there's a lot of like PMA on this. That opening track, obviously fucking killer. And then it doesn't stop when you get to Babylon. It's cinematic. It's epic.
The whole album is very cinematic.
Yes.
It has the orchestralness to most of the songs, I think.
Yes. You have songs like No One to Know, which captures like loneliness, but because it's AWK, it's still very, very triumphant. Stay True to Your Heart's kind of weak, but the message of the song is very on brand.
The man is very positive.
Yes, very on brand. And then holy shit, I'm in Heaven. That song's insane to me. It's just fucking that song and My Tower. It's just like, what the fuck are we doing here in the best way possible? And then maybe not the funniest song of the year, but one of the funniest songs of the year, and We Blew Apart.
Oh.
I don't know if you remember that.
I don't.
It's just him singing, we came together, we blew our load.
Oh, and then we blew apart.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking funny.
And it's kind of weird because this album and the last album are kind of like, they're kind of similar, and it's kind of funny to put that on an album that is like so sincere and like straightforward and positive, to put this like very like punny, we came together, we blew our load, we blew apart. So yeah, it's just like, man, he makes me smile so much.
He's a delightful man.
Yeah, well, when I was 16 years old, I was like, this is a novelty act. It's fun. I like it a lot. I was not expecting to still be talking about Andrew 15 some years later.
That's ultimately the most surprising thing, that he never got uncool.
I mean,
because he shifted into this super positive, sweet guy.
I mean, he always was like.
I know
there was like a show on MTV where he would give people life advice. So he always was that guy, but it didn't like come out in his music as much.
Yeah, because obviously he was the party guy. That was his music persona. I think it was such a smart move to like bring more of him as a guy out. And because I like the album. I don't love the album. It's a strong album, and I like it even more that it's him.
It's so funny because it's like I think the cover is a great cover because he's still doing the gimmick of wearing like his dirty all white.
Yeah,
but like it's also like very vibrant, and he's laying in trash.
Heavy contrast in the colors. Yeah,
it's just like, oh man, I'm going to end it there.
Nice.
Because I'm just going to keep saying you get what you put out, right? And this man is just putting out
fucking good vibes all around.
Good vibes and big tittied wives.
Oh, that's going to be the fucking quote of the fuck.
That's his next album. That's his next album. Good vibes and big titty wives.
Hell yeah. Next on the list. Where am I? Oh,
another surprise to me. Mike's full of surprises.
Can't be pegged, man. Can't be pegged. But this also definitely surprised me. Oh boy, I'm excited. I'm very excited because this came out October 29th. This is Self-Loather by Ghost Bath.
I have not listened to this band in years.
Yep.
Years.
This fucking song, dude. As soon as those vocals came in, I knew I was golden.
You were, yeah.
That was my biggest complaint with this band, was the vocals. But now
you like them.
Now I like them. This song does so much amazing shit. There's a section coming up that I fucking lose it over.
Also, I like on first listen, I was like, I'm like, this is straightforward black metal.
Yeah.
But on like second listen, no, there are other riffs. It's not, yeah.
Is it right here? It's not yet. I'm gonna wait for it to come on. But this album is the fucking king of guitar harmonies, which you don't often hear done this intricately and this melodic in black metal. There's a section coming up where it's a perfect example.
Oh yeah, it's fucking that's the one that.
God, oh
yeah,
I love it so much. These guitars. There we go. Now that was a little lengthy. I thought the section was going to come on sooner,
but that's what I was trying to highlight.
Yeah,
the double picking harmonized guitars on this album. For now, this was up there for album of the year. This is one of the ones where
this might grow on me because a lot of these albums I've listened to multiple times throughout the year, but this was like new to me, so I wasn't able to digest the way you have.
Ghost Bath is one of those bands that I was told to listen to by people whose taste I trust. And I listened to Moon Lover, which is the one with the amazing cover. That was like their biggest breakout album.
Everyone was drunk on Sunbather. It was like, give us more.
And I listened to it years after I heard Sunbather and became the biggest Death Heaven fan ever until this year. Just kidding. And I didn't care for it that much. I was like, it's not bad. I can't say it's bad. It's well done. The songs are fine. They're good songs. But I mentioned probably in a previous episode a long time ago that the guitarist from Death Heaven. I forget his name, the one with the glasses.
He looks like Joe Lou Trulio from.
Trujillo. No. That's the Middle Eastern one. The other one.
No, is it Carrie? Whatever. I'm
the nerdy looking one. The one who looks like our friend John.
Whatever.
Oh, anyway. He came out just trashing Ghostbath, trashing them, saying they fucking stole everything from us. Because like the name of the album, and like they have a song called Happy House, which is really similar to Dream House.
Even like Moonbather.
Moonlover, Sunbather. It's very eerily similar. And plus they're doing like the shoegazy kind of thing with the black metal. It's like, that's a little on the nose, buddy. If you didn't steal from them, you're gonna have to make a tough case to defend yourself. Yeah. I get it. And I didn't really like the album, so I didn't care about the rivalry so much because I didn't have any feelings toward the music. Here, suddenly the tables are turned where I love the Ghostbath album and I hate the Death Heaven album. And now, first of all, this doesn't sound like Death Heaven. This is just black metal, and the elements that are kind of shoegazy, they're done in a way that's not nearly as like delay driven or spacious. They're a lot more contained and minimal. They're not going crazy with reverb stuff here. The stuff breaking up is mostly piano ballads, like full on piano ballads, which is Death Heaven. They did do stuff like that, but everything else is just black metal with the most hooky guitar lines. Like the writing here is fucking spectacular. The opening alone, obviously I left it on for like an hour. I love the song. And then you got High from the Sun, which starts out with a woman crying, which I guess that's what you get when you're listening to fucking suicidal, depressive black metal.
I mean, the shrieks kind of sound like women crying.
So you just reminded me. One of the biggest things I didn't like about Ghostbath were the vocals, because they were not exactly black metal vocals. They were, that was the entire first two albums. I haven't heard the third album, so I can't say. But that was the whole thing, just that kind of shrieking, and it's a little annoying. And here they're there, they're still there, but they are buried. They're in the background. They're only in certain sections, and it adds to this kind of depressing, kind of suicidal and morbid effect of the songs. But mostly you get either regular black metal vocals or death metal growls, and they work really well.
Yeah, I like the more death metal stuff on shit. Sorry. I thought I remembered. I thought wrong. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry, guys. On Mask.
Oh.
That song. Song's.
Sanguine Mask?
Yeah.
That
song stood out to me.
Oh, it definitely stands out, because that song is one of the most it has one of the most hideous black metal main riffs. It is a hideous riff. It's super memorable, but that one it's gonna put off a lot of people. That's like the song, like I think that'll lose people that are not really into extreme metal.
That's funny, because that's the song where I'm like, maybe I'll listen to this album again.
Because we're extreme metal guys. We like this shit. And then like, if you stick around, the fucking cellos and piano at the end, mesmerizing, gorgeous. I think fucking Sinew and Vein.
That's another standout. Yeah.
It's probably the best song on the album. It's one of the best songs of the year. That main riff kicks so much ass. It's such a fucking memorable main riff. Like, it's in my head right now, and I'm like, I want to just hear it again. It's just unbelievable. One of the best songs of the fucking year. And then pretty quickly in the song, it breaks down, jumps into this fucking indie riff. Like, and I mean, it sounds like an indie riff the way it's written, but it's also the guitar tone sounds totally indie. Yep. And it's out of nowhere, nothing else like that in the album. It's just such a fucking well-rounded, beautifully written song. Oh, fucking spectacular.
And then shout out to Unbearable too, that song.
Bearable, damn good. Damn good. My only complaint is it ends kind of weak with Flickering Wicks of Black. I think it's the weakest song there. It could have been cut from the album, let alone closing it, which is like, in a way I don't mind, because every other song is phenomenal. So it kind of, I'm already sold by the time it comes on. But also it was things like that kind of made me, because I told you it was so hard to pick a favorite, a best of the year. I had to just find little things and like, okay, that took it out. And that's like one of the things, like, Lingua ends really strong. All right, you're out.
Reminds me in The Simpsons when Homer's the football coach. He's like, I forgot all this. Hey, I really like your hustle. That's why it's so hard to cut you.
Oh,
that's you right now.
Yeah. It's an incredible album. It's not album of the year for me, but I see it being album of the year for a lot of people. It's so fucking great. If you like black metal, at least. If you like black metal, hell yes. Anyway, moving on.
That leads us to our second overlay. This is Converge and
that came out way later. We're doing what you're wearing right now.
Oh, okay. My bad. I got my I'm all backwards.
Oh, good.
Sorry. I got my devices mixed up too.
But this came out. I'm gonna talk slowly.
Go for it.
Same exact day as Ghostbath. October 29th. This is what we got, Alex?
This is Mastodon's Hushed and Grim.
That cover, as usual, is amazing.
Yes, the artist who's been working with them for a long time, Leviathan, Blood Mountain.
Does he do the merch art as well?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
It seems different.
Yeah. So this is a weird album for me. I think it's the album I've listened to the most because I just don't know how to feel about it. But I rather like include it and
talk about it
than not. And that's why it's on here.
This is a great fucking song. I felt very good after hearing this. Like, all right, I still got it.
We'll get some Troy vocals, and then we'll...
So, that's one... there's a lot of things to say about this album, but go ahead.
Yes. So, this is kind of similar to Tool's Fear Inoculum, where it's a band I love, arguably doing a bloated, boring album.
Yeah.
But as a fan of the band, it still scratches that itch for me. I think there's enough on here. There's enough good things. There's a lot of things that should maybe be like more front and center that kind of just get lost in the background, especially if you've only listened to it once. Like, this is not... If someone like listened to this album first, go through and like, fuck yeah, like you're weird because the things I latched onto are the things I latched onto on multiple listens.
It's a massive album, so I only heard it I think one full time through. And well, maybe it was more, I'm forgetting now. I think I might have heard it more than once, but point is my least favorite album of theirs in a while, because I was a big fan of Emperor Sand.
Yes,
a few years ago. I really liked that one.
Yeah, that was really well constructed. Not a lot of filler.
This has a lot of things that I feel like are filler.
It's a double album.
There's so many things. So I have a few problems with this. Like, you get some really, really good shit. Like, even the crux is fucking rad too. Like,
I love the main chorus on that. The I feel pressure, and there's like screaming underneath it, and
obviously it's produced like a fucking beast, and they're still at the top of their game. They're still writing interesting stuff. There's good songs all over this massive album.
That was my issue, is like, you can't say it's bad. You can't say it's bad writing, but also like, if it's boring, it's fucking boring.
That's the thing. And ultimately what it is, like, basically every song is either 5 or 6 minutes. Some of them are obviously more interesting and well-written than others, so it kind of highlights the ones before it that weren't quite as interesting. And then the thing that made me sad about it was, so I love Braun's voice, his singing voice. I've always liked his singing voice. It's a complete opposite of everyone else in the band. You obviously get Brent with the nasally kind of stuff, and you get Troy with the and so his clean stuff, and obviously he's singing better here. He's doing more vibrato stuff. He's clearly a better vocalist now. But on this album, it is finally very apparent that he does the same stuff every time. He does the same kind of vocal lines all the time. Everything revolves around that kind of thing. Same types of vocal lines, and basically every song that he sings in. And where I kind of didn't notice it before, or the song around it was so strong that it kind of didn't matter because his vocals were only one part of it.
It's very front and center here.
It's very clear he's using the bag of tricks. And it's like, it's not necessarily a bad thing if it sounds fine, but with someone like Troy who just screams and stuff, it's just screaming. So
Troy's the only guy in here who doesn't age. Like he's
still Troy.
Yeah.
And even then, I don't like the way he's mixed on here. He sounds more breathy than usual, but he still sounds like Troy. Still sounds fine. But you're not exactly when you're hearing screamed vocals, you're not really expecting to hear anything else. Whereas you're hearing someone singing and you're hearing the same types of lines over and over again. You're like, that's you've done that.
I will say the best, like, I think my favorite, maybe the best he sound though, despite all that, on Sickle and Peace, I think that's one of my favorite vocal performances from him. I like the weird like Billie Eilish vocals in the beginning. I kind of wish they would like come back throughout. Give me something really different.
That's exactly. It's very much a Mastodon album of Mastodon songs.
And that's what like the female vocal, it's like you dip your toes and you get like little pieces, but it never like, I think I still like it. It's kind of a miss, but just because it's also kind of a throwback, the Beast kind of reminds me of like they would close their albums with these Elephant Man songs. And the Beast very much is one. It reminds me a lot of those. You get one of the few vocal appearances by Brent because I'm assuming his vocals are shot.
And that's why that song doesn't work for me.
Yes.
It's finally to the point where like you can make. I mean, like, listen, his voice is what it is. Like, I never really minded his voice. I kind of was okay with the nasally nature of it, but. The way this album is mixed, the vocals are so prominent, more so than a lot of metal albums, and I think it hurts it, especially with a voice like that. It's
especially at this point, like Mastodon has always had riffs, and I think the riffs are still there, and to have them kind of take a back seat to the singing
doesn't do a good service to the riffs. But yeah, so I mean, even without the vocals, I don't really care for the Beast that much. And a lot of it was like, all right. I mean, if you don't like the riff out the gate, you get ready for fucking 5 more minutes of it. That's like
it's crazy because there are a lot of riffs I like. It's just like they don't stick with you. They're not really like infectious the way other Mastodon things are. The album's called Hush and Grim, which I think is appropriate because the first album is very hushed.
And the second,
that's where the grim. That's where what Braun calls. That's where the rippers are. The more upbeat, and I think that's why it works better for me. Super like I love Pushing the Tides. I think that's a great song. Super weird. That was inspired by Amphetamine Reptile.
Wild
bands. Somehow Jesus. I love Peace and Tranquility. It's like you get everything. It's hard, it's fast, it's triumphant. There's somber parts, there's math rock, just Dagger, very similar, well, not similar, but in the same spirit of like Lingua, where you just bring on all these like weird instruments and a Moog, and it's just. And then when Troy sings The Price We Paid to Know You, you die a little inside because it's a tribute to their late manager, who I think it's been a few years, Nick John. I don't love this song. It's just a crazy story behind it. Had it all. I love that opening riff. It sounds nothing like Mastodon has done before. And then this song, this kind of flatlines and doesn't. And then it's made even more upsetting when you find out Kim from Soundgarden did the solo.
Because that's right. There's some guests on here.
Yes. Also, I love the story of this song. So it's Mastodon. You have Kim from Soundgarden because he was one of Nick Sean's favorite guitar players. And also making an appearance, one of the sweetest things ever. Troy's mom plays French horn on that song.
I didn't know that.
And it's just like, I wish this song was fucking cool. I wish it was amazing. I love the story behind it.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then, I think some songs towards the end, like Savage Land, get a little overlooked because you probably have fatigue at this point.
Yeah.
But like, that is a good fucking song that slaps Savage Lands.
Yeah. So, I mean, oddly, a lot of negative things about an album of the year or an album's best album of the year. Kind of.
I put over a few positives there,
but it does have problems. But it is a band that's still trying and still doing it. That's the most insulting. I take it back. I said that. That was the most insulting thing I could have ever said. They're trying, still good, but it's just not for me.
Yeah, and then like I said, I can't deny that they are still like very talented songwriters, and I'd rather be wrong and regret it than not talk about it.
Yeah.
So, say what you will about this album, but it's an album, and there's some cool songs if you want to just sift through it. Maybe listen to it one album at a time.
Yeah, the length is definitely one of the biggest intimidation factors for it. But yes. Next on the list.
And I got it queued up.
Ooh, baby. If you want to hear something completely different than the album we were just talking about, get ready. This came out November 5th. This is Emma with Rundle's Engine of Hell.
Let me tell you something. I don't love this album, but I read a few interviews with her, and I just fucking like respect the shit out of her.
I read no interviews, but I do love the album.
Yes.
So we're in the complete opposite.
Because I needed something to like latch onto.
Yeah.
And I'm like, obviously she's a cool lady. Because I love the Thou stuff.
This is the most intimate, close album I've heard in a very long time. There is no reverb on this album at all. It is right fucking there.
It's minimal takes, no overdubs. No overdubs.
Love it.
Goddamn. Yeah, just... This is a crazy backstory about how this album was formed, too.
I'm going to ask you about that in a moment. I mean, because this really is the album. It's either this or an acoustic guitar.
Yes.
Basically.
There are a few, like 3 songs I like. Even though this look, we've talked about a lot of depressing, dark shit. This, for some reason, this is the most depressing.
This is the one that did.
This is the most depressing album.
I'm gonna start crying. Oh boy! All right, let's hear it.
Oh no, not even even without knowing I like listened to it. I'm like, I'm just gonna crawl in bed and eat Ben & Jerry's all day. First of all, I had no idea she was in Red Sparrows. I haven't listened to that band in forever.
I don't even know who that is.
Red Sparrows is red. You should check them out. Right. So she started writing this alone in Wales, and then, like other things, the pandemic happened, and this lady's got a real, like many artists we talked about, she loves the being on the road lifestyle, the drugs, the alcohol.
Oh, she's a troubled lady.
It's party time.
Yeah.
But now with the pandemic, that's taken away. And now your drug abuse and now your alcohol abuse, it's not so cute anymore.
Oh, no.
You don't have anyone to party with. It gets dark. It fucking gets depressing. Had to check into a mental hospital for 8 or 9 days. And this is where that, from being isolated, the pandemic, the mental hospital, this is where that fucking...
You feel it.
You feel it.
You feel it. This album is a punch in the gut. certain songs are way more upsetting and brutal than others.
Dude, Body.
Oh,
Jesus Christ! Break out the Kleenex box,
dude. So like this album is like a perfect example of a type of album that I don't care about, a type of music that I don't care about, and on paper I don't like this, but every song is so well written. She's just an exceptional strong songwriter, and so it took something that I'm kind of lukewarm to aloof about, and it made it something that I like. Fuck! Like from the moment I put it on, I was like, this is a different album than those whatever fill in the blank, whatever singer songwriter kind of album you want to put in there. This is a very different album than that, and so the format is basically, for the most part, it alternates between an acoustic piano driven song or acoustic guitar. When I say acoustic piano, solo piano song and acoustic guitar kind of alternates between the two, and mostly very dark and edgy, very samey, except a few deviations like Razor's Edge is more.
Hey yo. Sorry for wrestling nerds. How to do the Razors.
It's more on the poppier, indie side. It gives me a lot of Sebado vibes, like early 90s kind of indie. But what was the song I'm looking for? I think it's Dancing Man, where it's like, it's so insanely, she sounds like she's whispering in your ear. It's like so insanely intimate, so fucking close, but it's gut wrenching. That song is, God damn, it's a good album.
Yeah. I think doing the like minimal takes and no overdubs was very smart, and you can like feel it. I'm sure it was very scary as a musician to do that.
Yeah.
But it paid off.
Sometimes the flaws are what make it.
Yeah, I kind of like the more guitar driven stuff like Blooms of Oblivion. The way the guitar and her voice matches up on that song's
great song.
Beautiful. And yeah, Razor's Edge has made me think very like Nick Drake like playing. The way Lingua had an inspiring depressing quote. I have an inspiring depressing quote from her too.
Very cool.
She says, I don't know if I'm ever going to be a happy person, and admits she doesn't truly understands what that means, but the experiences have made me feel stronger. I feel more centered, more present. Engine of Hell may document a low, but it's also the start of new, hopefully more pleasant period.
And don't hold your breath, Emma. Sorry.
And again, I'm just me talking. And again, I'm just like, fuck. But yeah, you're right.
The best art comes from true sorrow, and it's
just like I feel like it's just this like generational thing of like, the world sucks, and you kind of just have to.
It's
we were sold a pile of lies about the American dream, and I'm digging a little deeper there, but
the thing is, every generation I think has sold their own specific set of lies.
Sure.
Ours was financial stability.
If you work hard, you will.
That's not so
true all the time.
True here, but I mean, you need it, but you also can't rely on it working out for you 100% of the time. And it's like just getting doused with a fucking bucket of cold water. Like, you just got to keep doing it.
The album cover looks like a bucket of cold water.
Yeah, she looks as miserable as I feel. It's perfect. But that's ultimately why, like, stuff like this really cuts through, even though on the surface it's just a very minimal singer-songwriter, fairly short record, but you feel it in there. Like there's more to it there, not just because they're really good songs and written very well, but there's always something that makes it through that you can't really put into words, or you can't pinpoint. You can't put on a song like, oh, there it is right there. Like, it's just a thing. It's just a feeling. There's certain stuff. This is going to go back, listener of the show, Tom, some bitch, requested.
Tom Boatman.
Hell yeah. Typo Negative a while back. Dude is rad. I've learned we have very similar tastes in things, not just in music. But he sent an email. He said that he checked out Caligula per my recommendation recently. And he came back with like the same things that I thought.
Yeah.
And he just explained to me what I thought when I heard the album.
Yeah.
Which is like, that's a thing that you like, That's what that album is. That's what albums like this have. Like these have a thing. You can't explain it. It just makes you feel a certain way, and that shit is fucking consistent.
Yes.
Oh, love it. It's just unspoken. It's art. God damn it. That's what it fucking is. That's why I'm a nerd with this stuff. Listen to it if you want to cry. Basically, is what I'm saying.
Let's move on to something more uplifting. A song that has a lot of songs about car crashes. This is Idol's Crawler. And yeah, I wasn't expecting a new Idols album. They put an album out
Last year.
You don't need to come out with a new album, let alone a good album.
Tell you what I wasn't expecting. This song.
No.
It's going to take a while for people to really get the full scope of what this song
Should I
is.
fast forward a little bit?
No.
Okay.
No, this song is incredible.
Oh man. So this is one of the songs that's about being in a car accident. And man, when the singer Joe Talbot, I believe, is always been able to make people feel things.
Yeah.
But usually they're of joy, or when he sings, I can see my spinal cord swing high. Gross, beautiful, vivid.
He is a fucking force on this album.
It's crazy. I think I liked it. I picked it last year, their last album, Ultra Mono, but I think people who didn't could argue maybe that one's a little excessive. This is raw.
This album, I don't want to talk too much over it, but I like it.
Good. I'm glad you're back. Good to have you back.
I like the last one too, but it just didn't make the cut. But this one made the cut. It's so subtle.
Yeah.
This isn't the punky, loud, aggressive.
And this isn't every song.
No,
but this is an example of like the range.
But the progression, the fact that they opened it with this is such a fucking genius move. Synth driven,
Just
which
very,
is
again, subtle.
no drums. It's only going to be tambourine. Similar to Godspeed, I want to let it hit a certain point because the stuff that the song does are just.
I mean, when you get to the "Are you ready for the?" Oh my god! And if this goes perfectly into the next song, "The Wheel," like, oh my god! Yeah, what a good one. Oh, so gross. No one should ever have to see their own spinal cord.
It's raining glass like a fever storm.
Underrated singer too. He never sings until moments like this where you hear that. Oh, he's actually like a good singer.
I just
He's got
like
a good voice.
I think he could. I just like the way he talks too.
Interesting accent.
Yeah.
It's just such a slow build, but you feel it.
We're already
in it, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, this song is doing things to me right now, just so you all know. Amazing.
Like 3:30.
I don't care. Fuck you guys. This song is awesome. All right. Okay.
So, I can't believe this wasn't your album of the year. This was.
Yeah, I saw this a lot of people's, and look, I didn't love this on the first few listens.
Really?
I liked it. I knew it was good. I knew I was going to talk about it, but it's eventually it could have easily been. It was up there. It was up there, and I had to fucking pick one, and yeah,
dude, it was between this and Lingua. It was. I heard this, was like, oh fuck,
yeah,
like, oh shit, this is like I like the band a lot. Or I already like the band, but I was not expecting them to progress this drastically in one fucking year.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Like that song, it's such a upsettingly dark and slow and crawly song that
appropriately
exactly. And it leads to this giant fucking thing. And then the wheel, it sets itself up like it's going to be Idols as we know them, way heavier than they've ever been.
Yeah.
It is brutal heavy.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you can't fucking call them a punk band anymore. Like, I mean, in my definition,
and
you can.
Spirit,
in ethics and spirit for sure. But what people define as a punk band, like that type of song, no, this is far beyond. This is advanced. This is intricate. This is brilliant songwriting. The performances are weirdly good, like crazy good.
Yes,
everybody's fucking top notch here.
I just like the unpredictability of this album too. Like, you have that opener, you have the wheel, and then something like when the lights come on, which look, I'm kind of grasping at straws here. It's not an 80s new wave song.
No.
But there are elements that make me think about it, like the synth, like on a different part when the drums play the 16th note beats. Like, it's just like on paper, you're like, this song doesn't belong on this album, but it does.
Yeah. It has like the main riff is like a standard punk thing, very simple for chords kind of thing. But the execution is more experimental. It's more spacey. It's different. Like you're saying, it's not those things, but
and then the car crash is appropriately titled. It's fucking loud. It's abrasive. The vocals sound metallic at times. It's just really well executed. Beachland Ballroom. Of course, they kind of have a like old-timey rock and roll ballad, as fans will know, on Joy as an Act of Rebellion. They covered that song Cry, which phenomenal cover, but now they have their own. Their own song now.
Beachland Ballroom, I think, is one of the best songs of the year. It's up there with the Ghost Bath song, and it's up there with the Lingua song, the closer, as the greatest songs of the year. Because it sets it up like it's going to be this doo-wop ballad, and it has that. Even kind of reuses a little bit of the melody of, like, I forgot which doo-wop song. They're all the fucking same song.
Sure,
but obviously with Joe's. Did I just get his name wrong? It's Joe.
Yeah. Joe, yeah.
Obviously, with his voice, it's so gruff and honest that him singing like traditional doo-wop lines feels different. It feels way different.
I think even when I was like showing you the band for the first time, and that song Cry, you were like, I would have never like thought that was a cover, because the way he sings it is just
And what was it? So that song, he starts off as this doo-wop thing, and then quickly turns into the most cathartic, passionate, and fucking spectacular ballads I've ever heard. Where that song ends up, I just like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And that's where I was like, it pained me not to give this fucking album the year. It's just songs like that, like, good luck topping that fucking thing. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. And then after that, you get Crawl, which is, again, going back to more Idols as we know them, but the fucking vocal hooks on that song.
Yeah.
Incredible. The vocal hooks all over this whole record.
I would throw Meds in there with
Hell yes.
Where like those are the two, if you know Idols, those are the two most like apparent songs. Those are their bread and butter.
Yeah.
But they're really fucking good at like just a drum beat, and you throw in guitars here and there.
Squiggly guitars on the side, really driving consistent drums.
And it's like with those two songs, Meds and the title track, you're like, it's weird. It's like, this is what they do, but it's also new. Yeah.
It's the same specifically with Meds, where you get one of the guitarists doing this weird, loose, bendy guitar sound where it sounds like he just detuned all of his strings and that's how he's playing it. Where it sounds like they're flopping all over his guitar. Crazy sounds, great textures, interesting instrumentation. Like the production on here is fucking crazy. I think it not only is probably their best album, but like the best produced by far.
Man, I didn't like think about where I would rank Idols albums, but it's good. And the song that like took me like by surprise is Progress.
Yep.
That is unlike any, even like Sodium, which we heard earlier, which I thought was very different. Progress is just like, it's really dark and dreamy, and they've never done a song like that before. And it may be a little overlooked because it's towards the end, but to me, that's one of like the best songs when you do something different, you throw yourself out on a limb like that, and it's executed amazingly.
Full psychedelia. It is dark and it's sad and it's pulled off better than I could have ever hoped.
Yes. Also, I think like joy and positivity was the focus of their last two albums, where the first one, Brutalism, maybe wasn't. And this is like this taking everything they've learned and kind of going into a darker place. And
I love me some dark, depressing albums. They're all my favorite albums, all of them.
Yes.
And shocker that this is my favorite Idols album. Like, it just musically, it's light years above. I don't even know who are their peers and like who are similar.
I don't know either. Yeah, it's just like,
because you naturally jump to the punk comparison just because of the heavy British vocals and the fucking the fast, upbeat driving nature of all of it. But this is much more. This is so much more. And like, again, I had to like really nitpick at, well, why isn't this album of the year? And it came down to two things. When the Lights Come On and Car Crash back to back, I think hurt the pacing early on, because When Lights Come On is a good song, but it's like, all right, it's a little bit slower than I was hoping for. And then Car Crash, I think, is like, I think it's placed wrong. And then you get the New Sensation, which I think should have been track 3. It hits exactly as hard as it should after a song like The Wheel. I was like, and then Stockholm Syndrome, which I think is decent with some awesome moments. It just killed the pacing.
That is one of the weaker songs.
That song alone just like took it out of the running. And then not to mention the end, I think is okay, but a weak closer. So it was really just like a few things that like, well,
nitpicky things. Yeah.
Basically it lost in a decision against Lingua in a boxing match. Like she just got more points. Yeah. Like, they're both amazing albums. Yeah. It could have gone to either one of you. She just got a couple more points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Less logical for me.
Heart wants what it hearts, baby. The heart wants what it hearts. That's a new saying. I'm going with that one from now on.
Yes. Fuck good vibes and big titty wives. Heart wants, or the heart hearts.
The heart wants what. I'm an idiot. All right. Let's fucking, we're tired. We've been at this for over 2 hours.
We got one more, baby. And it's another, we form like Voltron.
Hell yeah.
Both picks.
This came out, what was it? November 19th. Yes. This is the most recent album on our list. Obviously it's the last one. This is another collab album. Converge and Chelsea Wolfe. Bloodmoon 1.
Let me just say, this is credited to Converge and Chelsea Wolfe, but the like real hero on this album is hold on, I'm gonna look up how to say his last name, from Cave In and Mutoid Man.
Oh, Brodsky?
Yes.
Stephen Brodsky?
Yes.
He's on this album?
Yes. And he is the hero on this album to me.
Interesting. I didn't.
He plays bass on here. He doesn't play guitar, but there are certain riffs where I'm like, there's no way he didn't write that. Not on this song, but yeah. So this is a very good song. It's exactly what you think it would be, though.
Oh yeah,
and I love it.
Yeah. It's it really reminded me of the Emma with Rundle and Thou type of collabs where it's mostly Converge, but you got Chelsea Wolfe in there.
Yes, and I'm glad it's more Chelsea than Converge because I am not a big Converge fan,
and I do dislike their growls here. It's very drooly.
I like them in small doses, like a full Converge song where he sounds like a fucking like chihuahua to me. He's this fucking Not on this album. This Converge in general.
Well, I think I have words about some of these vocals, but
and this is another one I almost. It was down to the wire.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Also, I really wish they weren't opening up for Meshuggah. I don't fucking like Meshuggah. I want to see this.
Alex doesn't like Meshuggah. That's amazing.
I don't.
Compared to what you actually like, well, how come?
Every song's the same to me.
Yeah, Machine Gun.
Da-da, da-da, da-da. It's all fucking SOS single.
Yeah, it's a lot of telegraphs.
Yeah.
So,
yes, I'm ready.
Well, although we do get the idea a little bit,
These songs are very good, but they are very much the same.
I disagree. I think this is. I heard that song. Obviously, it's the opener. I'm like, okay, that's what we're getting. And then then at a certain point, it started surprising me a little.
There are some true amazing moments here. I like this album a lot.
There's some carnival music on here.
Oh,
and that's why I'm like, Brodsky is like, I'm like, those are fucking Mutoid, man.
Yeah.
Guitar riffs. So like, the second song I like called Coil for the year.
Coil, I think is my favorite song on the album.
Very Danny Elfman like.
It's a fucking amazing song, dude. It's so good.
Very diverse. Fucking Flower Moon is the creepy carnival music, but it's not like gimmicky or cheesy. It's like sincere carnival music.
Sincere carnival music.
Yes, I love it. You get to like tongues playing where for some reason there's riffs on there that made me think about like Metallica. I like
Metallica, man.
I mashed two bands. There's like riffs on there that's like very Metallica. There's riffs that sound like Mutoid Man, which maybe is this a coincidence because he only played bass. Maybe he did wrote these. And oh man, at those three songs, I was just like, I'm fucking in. I love this album.
I was mentioning the Converge vocals, and they're drooly. They feel like when I hear them, I imagine him as a giant blob monster falling all over like Tasmanian Devil. That's what I imagine singing these songs.
He's a very skinny, frail man.
But he slobbers. I hear it. I hear him slobbering. That's like the different types of harsh vocals. Like you get the slobberers like this, and you get the ones like in Screamo that enunciate too much. It's like, I'm more of a fan of a long drawn out, I like a long, just black metal. That's my thing. But aside from that, it's mostly Chelsea singing these songs, which is, I mean, obviously we love her, but
the one song that is just a smattering of Converge, I kind of wish it went back and forth because it's like just the opening is Viscera of Men.
It's full doom, full sludge.
But like that opening is very punk. It's very fast, and I kind of wish they went back and forth on it. Still, I love that song.
I think it's great.
Another fucking Failure Forever.
Oh, that's like the most regular sounding thing here by far. Regular.
I just like, man, like it's just like heavy shit with great melodies you can scream over.
Yeah. It's the poppiest. I wouldn't call it poppy, but compared to the rest,
And then fucking Scorpion Sting.
Oh, dude. Oh,
I'm using this lightly, more on the mellow side, but compared to the metal doom and gloom, this feels more like
it's bluesier.
Yes,
it's bluesy without being blues.
It feels more reflective, and it's still dark, but it's not like what we played for you in the beginning. And there's like I'm sure it's like a keyboard sample thing, but these things that sound like flutes, I don't know what the fuck it is. Don't get on my case.
Fucking I think it's it reminds me a lot of Scorpion Sting, but the closer, it's like goth western dirge.
Yes, that's a better way to describe it than what I just did.
I love that. I love that shit. It's like all these songs basically kind of have the same tone. It's all very dark and evil, but It's fucking beautiful. It's fucking beautiful.
Yes, I hope there is a part 2. Don't shrine builder me on this one.
I know. Fucking yeah. I wasn't expecting this. I mean, I never really listened to Converge anyway, but then again, Chelsea Wolfe just kind of collabs with anybody that'll fucking give it the time of day.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, it's weird because a lot of bands I like, they like Converge. I think I've seen Converge live like 4 or 5 times. It's fucking. I never care for it, but I knew Chelsea would bring this on home for me.
And it's a light touch. Like it's mostly just her singing over stuff, but
because there are songs where she doesn't sing.
Yeah,
where I think Steve's singing. So.
The same thing with like the Emma Throne on that one, where it's like it's a light touch, and I think that's the right touch because. You get songs like Coil, which sound more like Chelsea Wolfe, which it's my favorite song in the album. I just like her more, I guess. But or another one like a Crimson Stone. It's more Chelsea than Converge.
Yeah. But
for the most part, it's Converge with a dash of Pretty on top.
Yeah,
it's the right amount.
Yes, and then I like I said, he's not billed in here, but Steve is in here, and I just think he's a great songwriter.
That dude is like
he probably pushed this album over into contention for me. Like I'm sure it would still be a phenomenal album if he wasn't on it, but he gave it that extra oomph.
So I never really listened to Mutoid Man, and I never really actively sought out Stephen Brodsky stuff, but just thinking right now, like a couple years ago in a 2019 episode, Marissa Nadler and Stephen Brodsky collab album. That was on my list. I was like, this is really fucking good. Marissa Nadler released an album this year that I did not like at all.
Okay. And he wasn't on it.
He was not on that. Yeah. Maybe I just like Stephen Brodsky.
Dude, did you hear that 2 minutes to late night cover of Bjork's Hyper Ballad?
No.
Fucking amazing.
Shit.
Amazing. Like, I love that song so much. Like, I already liked it, but then they like made it metal.
Nice.
And I think we're
done. Oh my God, I'm afraid to look at how long this episode is.
I feel like
it's possibly the longest one we've ever done, but it's okay because we talked about a lot of things that people want to hear about. Probably.
If you're still with us, bless your heart.
Oh, there's got to be someone. Thank you. I
feel like Connie's still here. Maybe John Abel.
Hell yeah.
Maybe Remedial Math Rock.
We're just going to name all these random ass accounts and people that...
all the random people I talk to.
And everyone who emails me, for sure. Thank you all. Thank you so much for listening and watching. This has been a exhausting on my voice and our voices, I imagine, episode.
I have to pee so bad.
Oh, yeah. But if you want to... We don't need to recap. We talked endlessly.
This are one.
These are one.
King Woman, Celestial Blues. Fucking listen to that.
And of course... So to get ready, Lingua Ignota. You saw it coming a mile away. Listen to it, please. Subscribe, support, fucking comment, share, leave. I don't know.
Comments.
Leave more comments. Leave
tell
extra
your fucking friends,
please. We're dying here. We're starving. It's Christmas. Please. It's not Christmas anymore, but please. And Happy New Year or whatever. If you want to, you really follow me on all the social media. You can do that at Pander Monkey. You can follow Alex on Instagram.
At Mother Puncher.
Of course, patreon.com/every album ever. If you want to really support us, early access to the Loose Ends episodes, rather. Bunch of bonus episodes, 20% off all merch. And of course, tier 2 gets to jump the line when requesting an artist for us. You know how it is. Playlist on all the albums that we talked about this episode. You find a link in the description, along with all the other plays that we do, everyalbumever.com, yada, yada, yada. I'm so tired. I'm running through these fucking plugs. I'm exhausted. Okay. What were we ending with? I mean, last year, I think we ended it with a pick off my album of the year. I think just naturally we toss it over.
I was just so pleasant. Like, wow. And you had a few of those picks this year too.
Yeah.
It's like, wow. I was going to suggest a bit of a compromise here, and we end it with some Beachland.
Beachland.
I think that satisfies both of our needs.
Not even on our album of the year, but who fucking cares? It's one of the best songs of the year.
Yeah.
Why the hell? Fuck yeah.
Like we said, a lot of these albums just a hair it could have gone either way, people.
Hell yeah. So this is the Beachland Ballroom from Idols Crawler. Thanks so much for listening, everybody. See ya.